Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 113 of the Blrd podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner.
Hello.
Greencast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Dark Side.
Yo.
And myself, the Ed
Yo!
Baby.
Hey, babe!
Come on,
Hey, baby!
Wow.
That's disrespectful.
Sure. Oh, man. Welcome, everybody, to the Blrd podcast. Another great week to celebrate this pivotal time in American history, which is Batman History Month.
Yeah.
It is a great month. Second week for us to celebrate this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick off some of these topics that we wanted to discuss. Big stuff in the news. Well, actually, before we do that, anything? How you guys doing? Has anything crazy been going on with you guys this week?
No.
I
Not
mean,
specifically.
we are recording on a new date here, or something typically we don't do.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I
forgot.
Yeah,
We had Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we have Valentine's Day. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Very few holidays would deter us from recording.
Yeah, it was funny because
though we were ready to go,
we were ready to go. But somebody here really loves their significant other.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
Yeah, and decided to want to spend the evening with said individual,
with his loved one. Yeah,
with the love of his life. I mean, he's selfish first off because when he signed up for the Blrd podcast, it's for life. Yeah, it's for life. Like we have blood oath between brothers saying that we would never put anybody else before the podcast.
And by blood, we mean we all took a little cut into it, and Ed's our ceremonial
That
blood oath giver.
Yeah, he is.
Makes no sense.
He's our little blood bag. Anytime we got
that sounds weird.
Anytime we need to sacrifice some blood, it's just
like in Mad Max, where we always strap him to the back of our cars with chains. Remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes no sense. But
shut up, blood bag.
One can dream.
So luckily that one person took one for the team by bringing all the attention to themselves because I also had something to do for Valentine's Day as well. My Valentine's Day is very low key. I usually don't get anything too crazy for my Valentine's for my wife. I think this year though, I did the first thing. This is the first time I've ever did this. I bought her grocery store flowers as I was grocery shopping for our dinner for Valentine's Day.
Oh, those are the best.
Yeah. It was funny. There's like two guys in front of me in this line going by the flowers right in front of the opening of the store. And each guy was looking at the flowers that I wanted. These were like the last good flowers, but some reason they decided not to get flowers. Maybe because they realized that the quality wasn't that great. But I went ahead and got the flowers, gave it to my wife. She absolutely loved them. Decided to do a nice surf and turf dinner that night, which I bought some steak and bought some king crab legs. Now,
nice.
Usually I buy king crab legs like at a restaurant, right? I usually am not buying them to consume at my own house. Usually I do like snow crab legs at home. So I did king crab legs. I said, hey, you know what? We're gonna ball out.
You got that big pot out. Big pot out,
baby. I was like, let me go ahead and do this. But no, the funny thing is, they actually steam them in the grocery store.
Oh, that's nice.
So I was like, that's pretty cool. We have steam them at home.
Oh la la!
Yeah, they steam them in the store for you.
Up.
Yeah, real
they
fancy.
Steam the fucking crustaceans at your grocery store, huh?
Yeah, at the grocery store.
Damn.
Well, you remember I live on Virginia and Maryland, so they like that's what we do. Like, do you guys not have that?
Someone's too good for the Piggly
You know what
Wiggly.
they do here? They put the crab in a bag until take your shit and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's it.
You murder your crustacean at home.
Where do you go to for this?
Just all the grocery stores.
I don't think. I'll be honest with you. I think most grocery stores around us have gotten out of the live crustacean game.
Yeah.
Well, no, these weren't live. These weren't live.
Oh, it was just frozen.
Frozen. Yeah, frozen. Which is actually
even so.
I found out
That's you don't really get them like steamed anywhere.
Yeah, here they steam them. They put Old Bay on it for you. So they
shit.
No, yeah. We don't have that kind of level service over here.
Yeah, true. So I end up getting 4 clusters of king crab legs, and if anybody who's out there that knows their crustacean, I'm usually a snow crab leg guy, which is they're a little skinnier, a little thinner, and so forth.
A little smaller,
but you can crack them. They come out a nice little small piece.
I prefer.
Yeah, actually, I prefer them. But those are the type of crab legs you'll see at most places that will sell lobster and so forth. So or crab or whatever. Which
ones are the ones where they're like so big they're disgusting?
King crab.
Like it looks like a fucking HP
monster.
Is that the one?
Crab.
It looks like they killed an actual Pokemon.
It looks like a Xenomorph. Like because I saw this one of this like woman grabbing this fucking thing, and you can see like the little hairs on it. I'm like, this fucking
on the claws.
God.
Yeah. That's king crab legs. And they have like a bunch of spikes on them, so you can't just crack them. But snow crab leg, you can literally just crack them. King crab leg, you can do that, but if you have soft tender hands,
the jaws like the underground to crack those legs.
False. I have manly hands.
Yeah, like the Ed Underground has very dainty. Some would say he would be a
delicate.
great.
I have manly.
The only thing he can crack is grapes, and even then, it's a struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, you wish.
Ed, come on, Ed.
These hands were built for working.
Ed, working as a hand model.
I could be one if I wanted to. Sure.
I know you could.
Yeah, people are into that.
Very delicate and smooth.
They're pretty rough and
very delicate.
Rough and worked on.
Yeah, I'm sure. I bet they are.
Mm-hmm.
Typing on that keyboard. I mean, very rough. But neither here nor there. So I get four clusters of crab legs. How much you guys think those 4 clusters of crab legs cost?
4 clusters of crab legs? Nope. It's 2024.
King crab legs.
I'm gonna say
$120.
Nope, $200. I'm gonna say.
Okay, so Green Two, you
4
said
clusters?
4 clusters.
120.
4.
Sorry, 4 clusters.
4 clusters
of king crab.
Yes.
Okay, can I ask the establishment you went to?
Just
right. Are you googling this?
Publix.
No, I'm not here.
Publix.
Okay, so never mind. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna stick to 200.
200. And Underground, what would you think? How
I'll
much?
Say 150.
150.
It's probably I'm too low.
You're Dark Side. You're too low. At 200.
It's king crab 4 clusters. Hold on, I'll redo it. 400.
Too much.
No, too much. Yeah.
3.
It was 3. It was like 320, 330. I was like, hot damn. He was like, yeah, these are king crab legs. You're like, you're thinking of snow crab legs. I was like, that's ridiculous. And so he was like, they were still frozen at the time. So he didn't actually have cooked. If he had cooked them, then I would have been screwed. I would have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But he was like, hey, do you still want these?
No, you would just walked out of there, but like, I'll be right back. My kid's in the car. My dog's in the car.
Yeah, my kids are running in the car. I gotta
go. man runs out of Publix.
Black man, he actually doesn't steal anything. He just runs out of Publix. He is wanted. But it came out to 300 or something. He was like, you sure you want these? Now, granted, this is Valentine's Day. There's a whole bunch of people over there by the seafood section. They're throwing crab legs left and right everywhere. They're selling these so much. Yeah, it was a lot of people.
Right.
So he kind of like comes. He's like, hey, you over there, lover boy. You sure you want these? $330. Is that okay for you? Does that fit within your budget? I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got embarrassed. Like, just go ahead.
He put you on.
Wow.
He put you on blast. He called you out.
He didn't really call me out.
So what
you do?
You do in the retail game, you can when it's like Valentine's Day. That's what you gotta do. You gotta
You gotta hustle these fools.
Yeah, hustle.
That's what he did.
No, come on. Don't
Well, no,
I backed out. I said no.
We call him marks, and when the mark walks in, all right, these fucking roses, we sell them for like fucking $12 usually.
Yeah.
These marks walk in, and you could jack them up to $35, put in a stupid pot, and they'll fucking buy it. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what happened. So
he called you out.
He called me out, and but I ain't no bitch. I went ahead and said, take two of them back, sir. He was like, are you sure for the woman that you love, the love of your life, you're not going to get 4 clusters? I was like, no, I don't love her that much. So he put 2 back.
Man was making a commission.
I love her. 2 clusters worth.
Yeah, 2 clusters worth. Yeah. That came up to like 100.
You put a value on it and everything.
Yeah, it came out to like 150. And I was like, okay, that's good enough. Then I got 4 lobster tails. But the lobster tails are cheap, so I was like, okay, I could do all that. And then with the steaks and everything else, I was like, okay. But yeah, we had a great dinner for Valentine's Day, and I'm not gonna lie, like we could have just went to a restaurant.
I was just saying you could have gone to Red Lobster and
ew, my tax bracket is above Red Lobster.
Excuse.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's good enough for Beyonce and Jay-Z, but it's not good enough for Moneybags here.
Yeah, that tells you something.
Beyonce and Jay-Z, they can eat however they want to. No, I like Red Lobster, but no, we don't have a Red Lobster near us. So, it was a nice little outing.
But that's good. That's good.
So, that was my little Valentine's Day. It was nice. I feel like Valentine's Day, you can go out and do stuff, but get you a woman who like appreciates you cooking at home. I'm quite known for my cooking like steaks. That's kind of my forte. So, get a woman that appreciates your cooking at home. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
If she makes you go out to feed her at a restaurant, I mean, if you got the money for it, by all means, but don't make that a requirement. I feel like you should make that
it shouldn't be a requirement at all.
Like an optional type of thing, and she should appreciate whatever you get. And I mean, I'm gonna ask you guys real quick, and you can go to the next topic if you guys want. But do you guys believe that a woman is Valentine's Day just for women, or is Valentine's Day also for the guys?
For everyone.
It's for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Your other partner, female, male, whatever, they should be able to get you something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I thought too. And in the past, I'm not calling my wife out or anything, but in the past she never really got me anything for Valentine's Day. I said, I've always been accustomed to just getting a woman something. A woman really never gave me anything in return because I don't really care about gifts, all that. I usually can get what I want. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of got enlightened recently, like a few years ago, and one of my friends was like, dude, like your girl should be getting you something. Like Valentine's Day is not just for ladies, it's for the guys too. I was like, I didn't know that. And I brought it to my wife and she was shocked too. But once I told her about it, she started buying me things. So I was like, I just want to see how everybody else felt about it. It's one of those things I didn't learn until I was in my 30s for Valentine's Day. So.
Now there is there is a holiday. Let's see, I'm trying to pull it up here.
For the guys.
Oh,
right?
that bullshit Sweetest Day or whatever.
Sweetest Day,
called.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
no. It's known as Steak and Blowjob Day.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
No. Yep. Excuse me. It's called Steak and RH.
Steak and RH?
Steak and RH.
Oh, steak
which
and
stands
RH?
for which is refers to steak
and roadhead
and roadhead. So you go get her a steak, you go, or both you get a steak, and then right after your nice steak on your drive home, that's when you get the head.
But the thing is, getting a head like after a steak, especially if you like the real sloppy toppy, eating getting a head after eating, that could be kind of dicey. So I'd rather just go with a steak and blowjob day. Like I get the steak. And I get the blowjob.
Look, I didn't make the acronyms. I'm just explaining the.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia article here, and it's also called Steak and Nobbler Day. Knobber Day.
Ooh, I like that one.
Steak and Knobber Day. It's observed in North America, Australia, Europe, and New Zealand.
It's observed.
It's official.
It's nationally observed.
Its official type is unofficial.
It's like, hey, guys, you can take. It's a national holiday. Take the day off. Everybody,
listen.
The people come in with their sore.
Hold on,
all sore.
Hold on.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I hate Donald Trump as a president, and just horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
But if Donald Trump said, "If I'm president, I will make Steak and Knob Day a national holiday,"
I was not here.
I'm sorry. I have to vote for him.
I have to vote for him. Like, he's obviously putting the American male's interest first, and I appreciate him for that.
I mean, these are progressive. Weren't these progressive? These are progressive ideas. He said
really are.
Yes, they are.
Progressive times.
Yeah.
Call for progressive measures.
Well, if anyone wants to know, it takes place in March. Takes place March 14th, so a month from now.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
Get ready.
There you go.
Did you get the Super Bowl and then the national holiday?
Oh man,
madness.
Oh, what the hell? There's
What?
Oh, no, I don't approve of this.
Ooh.
No, let's just move on.
Okay, yeah. If we don't talk
Alright.
about
Some
it,
other-
then
But anyways, since you're
Anyway.
talking about that, yeah, Valentine's Day is usually, you're right. The days leading up to and the day of Valentine's Day, the customer base is 99% male.
Male.
They are running in there, especially the last minute crowd. We love them.
yep,
They come in there,
Mhm.
they're banging on the doors.
Let me in.
All just panicked. They didn't realize what day it
It's
is.
like 28 days later.
That's how I felt,
there's-
honestly.
Probably broke up.
Yeah.
Every
With
guy
someone.
that was walking out of the grocery store when I was parking, like you just see
Yeah.
every
Had
single
flowers.
guy have flowers in
Yeah.
their hand, and
Yeah.
no other person in sight. It was just a single male with some groceries and some flowers. Like, hey, baby, I just happened to stop by the grocery store, happened to pick up
Yeah.
flowers. Like, you're not smart. You don't realize that I picked it up while grocery shopping at the last minute. This is
Yeah.
great.
It's either it's on the way from home or it's right
Yeah.
before work. There's
Yes.
two rushes that happen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's a great rush.
It is great.
No, thankfully my wife and I celebrated like a day after, a couple days after, a couple days before,
Okay.
just to avoid like the price hikes and everything, but we do celebrate it. However, for this year, they were doing a limited run of Emily. I don't know how to say it.
Amelie.
Amelie, yeah.
Emilia?
The French movie. Yeah, and
Yep.
that's like one of her favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
All right.
So I found a small little theater where you could dine in and everything. We went, we watched it. That movie's fucking gorgeous on the big screen because I've never seen it in theaters,
Right.
Yeah.
but it's like a beautiful movie on the big screen.
Is that claymation
and-
movie?
No, it's not claymation.
Claymation? No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like a French movie, romantic movie,
It's very,
very
whimsical.
colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very whimsical.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's pretty much the only
You've
reason
definitely
that we,
seen the cover
that we
in
did
your
it.
life because
Yeah.
it's been around
Yeah.
a long time.
It's
You
been
know who
around
it
for a
is,
while.
believe me. You've seen that actress somewhere along your life.
But you didn't do it on Valentine's Day. You were smart about it. Offset it.
Mm.
on
Mm.
the right
No,
day.
he saw it on Valentine's
No,
Day.
I saw it on Valentine's Day.
You did it on Valentine's Day?
Sure did.
And
The reason why
Mm.
is because that's the only day they were showing it.
Oh, okay.
okay.
All right,
That's
well.
Smart.
That's smart. That's smart. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that you, of all people, were like, "Hey, it can't show up," because I thought
Yeah.
that. I mean, for the most part, all of us, for us that are married,
Yeah.
it's just really the two of us. I mean, we've been married for a while, so it's not like oh my goodness, like honeymoon stage where we're like, oh my god, I love
Oh
you so
no,
much.
yeah, it's
It's
not
kind
that.
of like-
Yeah.
Like, hey, girl, I love you. All right,
Yeah.
I'll see you later, and like we'll eat some dinner together, and
Close the door.
yeah, close the door. Yeah, like literally, close the door to my office. Like,
Go
yep.
into the room.
Yep, I love you too, baby. Love you too. And then that's it. So, yeah, but no, that makes sense that while you were gone. Like I said,
Yeah.
that kind of gave me a time. Like, we actually, the funny thing is, so the dinner was just the one part of our night. The second part is like several times throughout the year, I'll let my wife pick out a movie for us to watch together. Usually they're very bad movies. So for her birthday, we watched Colombiana, which stars
Oh.
Zoe Saldana.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a terrible
Hold on.
movie.
Quick question.
Yes.
Was her love interest white?
You already know it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goddamn, and I've never seen that movie, but I
Yeah.
just want to see if your theory still held strong.
What was
My
it called
theory
again?
is Colombiana.
Colombiana.
Yeah.
Like
She-
you've at least seen the trailer.
I've seen the trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys have seen the
Yeah.
trailer. Yeah, my theory, trust me, is my theory is backed
Rock solid.
by so many data points. Yeah, so it was a random white guy who just happened. She just started sleeping with randomly in the movie. He really had no significance in the movie, but she just randomly started sleeping with him.
Well,
And he was
he's
a love
white. She
interest.
has
Yeah.
to.
Wow.
There's no way she could get with anybody else. But yeah, we watched Colombiana for her birthday, and then for Valentine's Day, actually for her birthday, we watched two movies: Colombiana and Twilight. And then for Valentine's Day,
Who
we
picked
watched,
Twilight?
She did.
Oh, it wasn't you?
No, I mean I have no problem watching Twilight. It's not a
Yeah,
movie.
we all know Cream enjoys Twilight.
You know I love my
He's
Twilight.
Twilighter, or what are they called? No, he's not Twilighter, right?
I don't know what they.
What?
I
Are
don't
you
know.
team?
Twilight-
Are you team
Twilight
Edward or Jacob?
fans.
Well,
But the like fans of the series Twilight. What
well, back in the
are
day,
they called?
well, I don't know. Back in the day, I used to call them pedos, but I mean,
Oh, okay.
because they were lusting after 17, all these middle-aged women were lusting after like 16, 17-year-old
Oh yeah, that's
people.
true.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, if the roles were reversed, oh man, we would.
Oh yeah,
Nobody-
that's always has always been the way. it is.
Really?
double
Go
standard.
on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah,
So-
we all know this.
Yeah, we all know this. So, but
Yeah.
for Valentine's Day, we watched Twilight again. We watched the second movie, New Moon, and yeah, that was a good time. So, yeah, that was like our Valentine's Day. So that's why Wednesday, guys.
Wait,
sorry.
so by bad movies, what other bad movies has your wife made you watch?
Drumline in the past, she's made me watch Drumline, and Drumline is not really bad. It's just
I was
like
gonna say
It's bad.
I've
bad.
never
It's not
watched
bad.
it because I have no interest.
It's
but
bad.
no,
a lot of people
Drumline's
have
not
told me
really
they
bad.
like it.
Yeah, Drumline's not bad. It's
Well,
just
here's the thing: the people that say they like it is because they went to like black college.
Yeah.
The people that told me that they like Drumline.
Yep.
So maybe that's why Ed doesn't like it. I don't know.
yeah.
I went to a multiracial college.
Well, most
Oh my-
people that like Drumline are black. People who are not
Yeah.
black, like Ed, usually will say,
I'm definitely
"Man,
black.
Yeah, like 20%, maybe 10.
20% Mexican. The rest
Yeah.
is all black, baby.
Yeah,
Always been on black.
Always been on black. That's facts.
Mm.
But yeah, Drumline in the past, like she has like Love and Basketball, like a lot of romance, rom-com type of movies. Like
Yeah, this is some rough stuff. You take one for the team here.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
say those are some very
Yeah.
oof.
Thanks.
Yeah,
God damn.
this is why we only watch them.
I'm trying to think.
on special days.
Waiting to exhale.
Waiting to Excel's not bad. Seligar grew back. I love that movie.
I've never watched.
Never
I didn't
seen
watch Waiting to Exhale for some reason.
That's for some reason you didn't watch that. I am
Those
not
movies aren't
surprised.
bad. It's just a different taste of movie.
Yeah, it's a romance movie. Like
Yeah.
most guys are not gonna be like, man, you know what? I really want to see how Seligar grew back.
Yeah.
Randomly on a Saturday night. But my wife, on the other hand, yeah, but she only gets certain times in the year. And usually it's Valentine's Day and her birthday, and maybe Christmas. I'll give her
Okay, here's the ultimate test of bad movie.
Okay.
Does she enjoy the Tyler Perry movies?
No, we actually have
Aw.
not watched any Tyler Perry movies.
Ah, good.
Yeah, like, we don't
Thank
watch.
God.
We don't watch Tyler Perry.
That's like
I watch them.
I've tried watching a couple of them.
Mhm.
They're so bad.
They are
They're not
bad.
the thing is like Tyler Perry movies. To be fair, Tyler Perry movies are not bad per se. They're just
They're B movies, right?
well, not
They're
B movies.
B-movies.
But the thing is, you have to like live in
Tyler
that culture. You said what?
I know the culture. I don't like
Curry.
it.
Tyler
Huh?
Perry.
Turper.
Curly Curry.
But the thing is, it's
So
like
you gotta-
you have to be in the culture.
It's
You
a
have to-
cultural thing that I'm not picking up on.
yes.
Or more like a stereotypical
Okay.
thing, but
S-
I would
yeah,
say
stereo-
that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
I would
everything's
say that.
stereotypical. Everything has stereotypes. But like
That's what they sell on. So
yeah, I mean they do well. So I mean I can't knock them for it. But yeah, those are
He's
those are the
done
things.
very, very well.
very
very
well.
well.
Oprah well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, that's why, folks, we weren't here on Wednesday. We were busy loving on our significant others. For Ed, he
Dark
was on a
Side
hot-
and Ed went to, I believe it was a French restaurant. Is that right?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I didn't go to no French restaurant.
And
we were celebrating a month. We were celebrating a month early on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but no.
Yeah.
This must be some other kind of other Ed that I'm not aware of. Or some
Well, I feel like they were doing maybe Italian, possibly. I feel like they were doing like Lady and the Tramp.
No, I saw a movie. I saw a movie on
Spaghetti.
Valentine's Day.
Spaghetti.
There you go.
Ed one,
I saw
of
a movie
course.
on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we saw future movie coming up that we're going to review on the podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah, hold your review for that. I'm sure you have a lot to say. I mean, I hope you enjoyed your hot date for that. He looked very handsome.
You mean it was a her, but go on.
It didn't look like that from the back, but sure.
I don't post photos of people that I'm unless it's okay with them.
Oh, okay, sure. No, we saw the photo. Baseball hat, everything. I was like, oh.
Who are you talking about? I didn't go for anyone for baseball hat.
Oh, okay, sure. Anyways,
I'm really confused here, but go on.
Yeah, we can tell.
What does that mean?
It had a hot date. Dark Side.
We should probably point out that
lady
isn't feeling well.
He isn't.
He's not.
He might not be his energetic self. He might not be in fighting shape, but he's hanging in there. He's a trooper.
He's gonna be fighting pretty soon with our next topic for sure. So
I already won, but go on.
This past week, I mean, we talked about it last week a little bit with Nostradamus being in our midst. Dark Side, the foreseer of all things that are Xbox. We got some news came out this week about Xbox next venture and their strategic planning for the future of some Xbox titles. Dark Side, since you are the the fortune teller. You are the Miss Cleo. So
I'm the number one Xbox fan on this.
The false fortune teller, the false Miss Cleo, the false prophet here. But go on, continue.
I mean, Xbox is confirmed. They're going multi-platform, and it's great.
Go on. Exactly.
Is it the third party titles or fourth party titles?
What titles were mentioned that is going?
So Phil Spencer did not want to say at this time,
but he gave some hints, didn't he? What did he go on? What did he say?
I don't know if he gave any hints, but he specifically said 4 exclusive titles are going. You're going to be going to the competitors.
And are these four? Hold on, are these four? No, it didn't say exclusive either. But are these 4 titles? Are they Indiana Jones? Are they Starfield? Are they Hellblade? Are they anything that's coming out or coming out this year?
No, specifically asked about Starfield and Indiana Jones. He said no. However, The Verge asked him afterwards when they cornered this motherfucker, and
I'm sure they did.
They asked him would Indiana Jones and they asked him if Indiana Jones and Starfield would ever go on PlayStation 5, and he said, quote, "I don't think we should as an industry ever rule out a game going to any other platform." He would not say no. So
they said in the interview that was spoken. Hold on. So you guys clowned on me for I think it was 15 minutes. Xbox is going to PlayStation 5 and
they are.
Game Pass is going to PlayStation 5. All the party titles.
They are. It happened.
This is the start.
Where you been at?
For this one. Hold on. I'm using all my energy for this one. They're all going to PlayStation 5.
Don't strain yourself.
Hold on. And
he's drawing energy now.
Hold on. You and the whole world, every video game outlet, YouTuber, every Xbox hater said, it's the end of Xbox. They're not going to do any more hardware and titles. Every single one of them were dead wrong, including you three.
You are coping.
No one was dead wrong.
You're literally
dead wrong. Dead wrong. You guys are coping. Dead wrong would mean
you guys are coping.
Okay, well, dead wrong would mean Phil Spencer coming. Yes, you're wrong.
You're dead wrong.
How am I wrong? You guys are the ones coping.
All right, we'll tell you how you're dead wrong. Dead wrong would be Phil Spencer coming out and saying all of these rumors are false. They would not have a special podcast.
And he said word for word. So here was the rumors that what's that game called? Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield, Indiana Jones, and he didn't name other titles, but he said titles aren't even going to be released that aren't released yet are not going to other platforms. He wants to keep those exclusive to Xbox. He wants to keep the brand Xbox. And then another rumor that spread like a wildfire, and what you guys have said many a times, that the Xbox console is going to be dead. They're not making any more consoles. And they said right there in front of everybody's faces, we're now licking their wounds, that they are developing a new hardware at the end of holiday this year.
Well, we knew they were developing a new hardware. That's not news, bud.
Wait. Let's back up, because there's so many inconsistencies. What you're saying?
No.
You're definitely exaggerating the words that
people were saying. People were saying that Xbox is done. They're not making any more hardware.
Ed.
You literally have revisionist history.
Wait, hold on, Ed. You can. Why don't you get it all out? But once you say it, you gotta be quiet, because
I'm not gonna be quiet.
You're gonna go back and forth.
If you guys,
I want you to get it all out. Tell us when you're done.
No.
Tell us when you're done. Tell us when you're done.
Oh, I'm never going to be done because you guys are wrong.
Okay. All right. So, wrong.
You guys talk for 50 minutes and, Xbox is dead. They're not making any more first party games. It's all going to console. And they said 4 games. None of those 4 were the ones that were mentioned. And he also said that those 4 games are multiplayer based. And they are also old games.
2 are service-based, is what they say.
Yes. Okay. 2 service-based multiplayer games, whatever.
They're older games, correct?
They're older games. So I don't know.
However,
no, I wasn't done. If what is that game called? Sea of Thieves. Oh, big whoop. Sea of Thieves has been out for what, 6-10 years? If KI goes to PlayStation 5. I mean, it's been out for 10 years. It's not going to be, a big dent or anything like that. Yeah. So, but these old games, like, okay, it's not really affecting Xbox in a bad way. I mean, if it was like, if it was Starfield or, what is that game coming out that I want to see? Hellblade, Indiana Jones. Okay, yeah, that'll be something to actually, be, oh, wow, it's actually.
What about Hi-Fi Rush? Would you consider that in your category, or would you be like, oh, that's okay, that's understandable?
Hi-Fi Rush isn't a multiplayer.
No. What I'm saying is, what I'm asking you right now, would you consider Hi-Fi Rush in the category with Sea of Thieves, or would you consider in the category of Starfield? But 2 areas.
I would say Starfield because.
So you don't think Hi-Fi Rush is going to appear on any other platform?
Well, here's the thing: I can think all I want. Like you guys were thinking in rumoring all you want, but the thing was, he said 4 games, and those 4 games are multiplayer based. Am I wrong?
But let me ask you this:
Is Hi-Fi Rush a multiplayer game? Yes or no?
I've never played Hi-Fi Rush.
It's not it's a 1-player adventure rhythm based game.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Starfield, 1-player adventure game. Hellblade, 1-player adventure game. Indiana Jones, 1-player adventure game. He said 4 games, and those 4 games are old, and it most likely is going to be
so boring. You're literally saying the same thing over and over again, and you're saying things we never said.
But like when I say something, I get interrupted, but then when you guys say, don't interrupt me.
So Ed's talking about, first off, no one's ever said that Xbox is going to be dead after this generation. No one ever said that.
Nobody said that.
So I'm saying you're just making shit up.
Look at the last episode.
Nobody said that.
No one said that. Anyways, I'm not going to, because he's delusional. He's sick. I'll give him that.
Boss.
So no one's ever said once, any person on talking about the Xbox talk that, oh yeah, Xboxes, they're dead. They're after this generation, they're done. No one's ever said that. 1, 2, you were the same person that said, oh, this Game Pass thing, that's not going to happen. And just because it's only at 4 games, this is literally the start. It was no one expected that, hey, the next day in the next month, oh, Game Pass is going to be on every console and this is over for Xbox. No one's ever said that. We actually said the opposite, that Xbox is going to do better by putting their stuff on other consoles, their exclusive titles, they're going to put it on other consoles to actually help Xbox out. So that's what I'm saying. You're just talking. I feel like you have this whole alternate reality of the things that we talked about.
Listen to the last episode. So, you guys are saying
you have this alternate reality where you think that we had this conversation. We didn't.
If last year I asked you, would Sea of Thieves ever be on PlayStation, you would say no way.
No way possible.
Never would happen.
Xbox exclusive.
It's little steps, little by little, is what I'm saying. They can't go all out right away. right?
Yeah,
So it's
it needs
little
to be
steps.
small steps at a time.
Okay. If I asked you about any of these 4 exclusive games last year, would they ever go on PlayStation or Nintendo? You would say, no, hell no. Never would happen. It's an exclusive. Exclusive means exclusive. Well, now exclusive no longer means exclusive to Xbox. Yeah, now you're twiddling it down to first player this, but it's that, but it's not.
Because
It's an
they
old
said
game and
those
it's
4 games
service.
are multiplayer
I'm
that's going
just
to be
saying
on
it's the
console, and those
start,
4 games are old
You're right.
games.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But I'm just saying, here's the thing. Last year you would have said there's no way any of them would go. Now you're come down a level, and the year after that, it's gonna go click, click, click. Because
Nope.
that's the path they are on. They're on this
Nope.
path. I say what you want, Ed, but here we are. We are in a world where 4 exclusive games from Xbox will be on their competitor consoles.
And they're
Something that
four old games.
whatever
For
they are,
all
they're
we know,
4
the
exclusive.
games could be the ones that they acquired from was it Activision? Call of Duty. Call of Duty's already been confirmed to be going on PlayStation.
Well, Call of Duty's been on place. That's not news.
But they own Call of Duty now.
So, but that's not news.
So I'm just saying,
they already when they acquired Call of Duty, they said Call of Duty will be on PlayStation for many, many years.
Yeah, so that could be
But
one of the 4 too.
No, that's not one of the 4.
It's a multiplayer game.
But it's not an exclusive. They said 4 exclusives that are currently locked as exclusives on Xbox. Call of Duty is currently not an exclusive. 4 current locked exclusives on Xbox will now be on other platforms. Now, here's the thing. Everyone out there asked Phil Spencer the question, and if you watch the podcast and pay attention to what he's saying, he's laying the groundwork for the future. He's saying that the future is outside of in multi-platform business. They asked him about Helldivers 2. He's saying it doesn't make sense why it's just on PlayStation. He's encouraging the ideas that games shouldn't be locked on single platforms.
Which is crazy. It's crazy that we're having this conversation, because one thing I'm hearing that he's like, well, like Ed is laying out like, well, this is just single player games, and that's that, and that's the only thing that they pushed out. Like, PlayStation doesn't thrive off of single player games. So like with Xbox, even if they give up exclusive titles that are just single player experiences as opposed to multiplayer, like with Call of Duty, that is a multi-console experience. So, but even though they give away their first party, because these are Xbox Studio, a lot of these are Xbox Studios now. These are first party exclusives that it usually is unheard of that these games will ever come out for other consoles. Now they're becoming multi-console. This is literally the start of what we've been discussing this entire time. Yeah. And this is only going to help Xbox. Xbox is not going to do something to hurt themselves. And we never said, Xbox is going to, we want Xbox to fail. Like, we never said that. We just said
we didn't say the words to Xbox to fail, but if you tune into the last episode for the past 15 minutes, you're saying Xbox this, Xbox keep saying 15 minutes.
Actually, get to the point. Stop saying 15. You keep saying dumb shit like, past 15 minutes. That doesn't make your argument any better. Your argument is getting dumber by the second, because you keep making arguments that we didn't make. You keep saying, 15 minutes. We
made them. You all three
of us said we did. It's crazy that you say that.
Yeah, you go we're clowning for 15 minutes about Xbox this and Xbox that.
Yeah, you're getting clowned because, and you're gonna be clowned on this one because you're making dumb points.
No, because
you're saying things that we didn't say.
Basically,
we're coping because we got what we wanted.
No, you're coping because you all were wrong.
How are we wrong?
Everybody was wrong. I was the only person on here.
Green Turn has anything that we said from the last episode hasn't been wrong.
Even Darkside went on my stream twice.
You just shake your head, yes or no?
Yes.
Even Darkside on my stream went on my stream twice.
You just making shit up.
I know.
And hold on.
His literal comprehension is so low. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He said the same thing on my stream twice when I was playing KI and when I was playing.
What did I say on your stream?
The same things I'm saying now.
What? And that is? Because your stream's recorded. So go ahead and tell me what I said.
I'll have to look for it.
No. You said you said
I asked you on your stream, what do you think the news will be? And I talked about the speculation.
And you said the news is everywhere that Xbox is going to PS5. That's the exact words you said.
And it's happening. There are Xbox games going to PS5.
As in all Xbox, basically.
No, I never said all Xbox.
Exactly what I'm saying. Yes, you did.
I never said all Xbox.
Oh, come on. Like how Sega went to everything else.
If
I say Sega is going to everything, what does that mean? Oh, they're going to continue the Dreamcast and just
all right, well, let me just
out games. No. If I hear the words, okay, if Xbox is going to PS5, What does that tell anybody? Oh, Xbox, everything on Xbox is going to PS5.
Okay.
What if you
guys,
told me
just to say that's
PS5?
right. He's right.
What if you told people? What if you
You're
told me
right,
PS5
You're
is
right,
going
Ed.
Can I
all
get to the
good.
fucking news though?
I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Get to the news. Ed, you're right.
I'm just saying,
You're in
you
a
guys
different
are
universe.
wrong.
Yeah.
You guys are
Ed.
wrong. And I said, since you guys
Yeah.
brought the rumors and started clowning on me,
Yeah.
I said they're all rumors.
So
Wait till
last
Thursday.
week we did report on Xbox
Boom.
games going on to other platforms, and that has come true. Xbox 4 exclusive games will be on Xbox. They've confirmed that. They also confirmed other things that, like, I mean, we know. I mean, they are still in the hardware business. I personally still am sure more than ever they will be out of the hardware business. This only confirms. This is like smoke before the fire.
So they'll be out of the hardware business, yet they are making a new console or
Yep.
handheld console
Handhold for sure.
holiday.
Yep, handhold for sure. Handhold is the future, and there's a reason why handhelds are going to make a lot of money. Switch 2's coming out.
Yep.
So that's going to be a big competitor for them. The Switch is the biggest.
Or some are saying it's not even a handheld, like rumors again. Some are saying it's an actual console. That's going to be a big leap.
I mean, it could be a big. It's okay. Yes, I will tell you right now. Whatever next.
How long has the
they
Switch
make,
been out?
Too long.
Has it been 10 years? I don't know.
No, maybe 7 or 8.
7 or 8, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's been
then it could be due for a new console.
No, Switch 2 we know is coming out. And the strong rumor is it's this year we're going to see.
But there's been strong rumors about that for years too.
I know, but I think there's a lot of likelihood that I know when they start talking about the end of a console life cycle, then also they're hiring. When they start hiring for hardware development and everything, gives you an idea when their cycles are starting. So Xbox has been in a cycle where they're going to create a new console. That's not news. I mean, we know it's going to be powerful. I will still say the Series X is the most powerful console on the market. It's not helping them. So the next one could be even more powerful. That's not. From day one, the issue has been games. They don't have games. So they've acquired all these studios to get games. Hope that works out for them. But
wow, that almost seems like that makes sense. It's like, man, most powerful console doesn't actually just automatically sell consoles.
You can say that about PS5 crazy. Also. They made Sony themselves said that their PS5 didn't meet their desired amount of sales that they wanted.
Maybe they had high aspirations, but they're
still the number one console.
Doing great. Yeah, I mean, they still did an effective job.
Selling double. Or
I mean, if they're comparing themselves to PS2, then they're never going to hit that mark. You know what I mean? Like Nintendo comparing themselves to Wii, they're never going to get to Wii numbers. It's just too. Although Switch is pretty damn close.
Switch is pretty close.
Switch and PlayStation. Yeah, Switch and PlayStation.
Well, we introduced like something that everyone wanted.
Yeah, the Wii was the revolution.
It was insane how, like, it got both Microsoft and Sony to try to copy it.
Yeah, I mean
that's how big it was. Yeah,
copying is the greatest form of flattery. So
yeah.
I mean,
it is.
PlayStation tried to do it, and they didn't do it, and Xbox tried it, they couldn't do it.
They couldn't.
One of the most worthless pieces of equipment that.
The Kinect.
The Kinect. Xbox put that thing out, and I was just like, this is the biggest piece of trash. And like even now, people are buying like Xbox Ones, and they get the Kinect, and they're like, I don't know what is this thing. It comes with the Xbox. They're like, and I got the first Xbox, the first version when it came out, and it came with the Kinect, and I'm just like, I used it at first. I was like, oh, this is cool, and then literally within probably 5 hours, I was like, yeah, this is stupid, and I unplugged it. Because I think they had a problem also that it was always on. They were saying,
they dropped it for a reason. Privacy issues. It was just unnecessary hardware.
It really was.
But you know what? As much you want to clown on that first generation Xbox, I appreciate the effort to do something different and new. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. They did something.
Kinect is stupid, but at least they did something. It's like the Virtual Boy. You can look back on it and say it was a crazy thing that happened that they did. Actually, this is a good segue for me because I made a purchase. I purchased something that possibly I'll look back and say, this is my Virtual Boy.
I was going to say, this is Moneybags over here, just buying all the nostalgia.
All right, this is a Moneybag situation. I found myself in an opportunity where I could purchase something I was very curious about.
Okay.
so I bought it, and I've been loving it. So it's not copium. I have been playing it a lot. It's hard to get, so when I saw the opportunity, I got it. Also, I got a considerable discount on it.
3DS.
What is it?
3DX.
Yes.
I think 3DS XL.
No, but you're close. But it's not a Nintendo product, but you're close.
PSP.
No, you're very close, but no. Go down the generation.
PlayStation.
Oh, for the PSP?
Yeah, go up the generation, I guess.
Or
Vita?
I was like Game Gear?
Vita, you're getting closer with Vita.
Vita? It's not Vita?
Nope.
Close.
It's hard to get right now.
Oh, that new one.
PS
Whatever the
Remote
hell
Play.
that thing is called. Yeah.
The Portal.
Portal? Yeah.
The Portal.
How
is that what
it?
it's called? Portal?
Oh, snap.
Oh,
my goodness.
Portal. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I got it. I got a good deal on it. It's hard to get, but it is butter smooth.
Fall off the back of a truck or...
Yeah.
Oh, comment. Oh, comment.
You just kick it underneath the shelf. Be like,
however, it is fun. I've been playing Spider-Man on it, and it's pretty cool. It is very
so the Portal
Morales.
Is that just so you can remotely play your PS5 only?
Yeah. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yes. It remotely plays your PS5. But the control configuration, it's way I love my Switch, but that Switch and this they like literally cracked a PS5 controller and put a giant, beautiful, high resolution screen.
Sony has always had good ergonomics, right? I don't think I've ever had like a bad controller feel from Sony.
No, I think they've been getting better, but I think I
okay, I take that back. I think Vita would have been the worst handheld experience for me, because I remember it was so flat, you had to hold it in certain ways where it wasn't ergonomic.
Yeah, the PSP was like that too. It was super flat. I had PSP. It's super flat.
Oh no, I take it back. It's not the Vita. Sorry, the PSP. That's what I'm thinking. I'm getting it all confused. It was the PSP that had the fucking super flat shit where it was basically, it was if you grabbed a Fire tablet and you were trying to play video games on a Fire tablet.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah. It sucked. It had some decent games on it, but it sucked. So is the UI and how it works, how it interfaces with the PlayStation? Do you?
It connects. Yeah. I mean, so far, the first setting it up was pretty smooth, but it it's pretty. There's I don't feel any latency, but I'm not a big latency person, so maybe I wouldn't feel it.
Sure.
But like I said, before I did this, I did read a lot of reviews, and people seem to like it. The value's good, on what it does. And just so I just wanted to try it because it was an opportunity for something that I've been very curious about. So when I got the chance, there's a lot of games that I want to see if I could play with this.
Have you tried it from a distance yet? How far from your PlayStation 5 have you played it?
I played it outside my house, and I experienced no issues. No, I think
I wonder how far away you can get.
It's just the strength of your network
Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
is it can it go through a remote play type of thing through just internet, or does that have to be just a local Wi-Fi, your own home Wi-Fi?
I don't know.
The same network.
It
has to be in the same network. Okay.
No. I'm asking. Does it have to be on the same network, or can you use your phone as a hotspot and be?
You can use your phone as a hotspot, but a major issue with it right now is it has no internet browser, so you cannot take it onto a hotel and you have to agree to the service and everything. You need to pop up, so you can't do that. So I don't know why, but it seems like an easy fix for them to drop software to fix that.
Software update.
But as it is, it's very, very snappy, beautiful screen. So it's kind of wild to play some of these huge games in a handheld way. Anyways, it's a wave of the future. So with the rumors about Xbox going to the handheld route, I'm gonna tell you right now, if Xbox announces a handheld, I'm getting it. I'm all about handhelds now. I love the handhelds.
Well, Xbox, as Ed would say, Xbox already has that where you can just use your phone as a controller or tablet. So they already have stuff like that for Xbox. But having a system that you can buy, consumers like yourself and other people are in the market for that. So if Xbox creates a handheld, that would definitely help out Xbox for sure, because people will buy it. And I mean, let's be honest, not everybody wants to sit around in front of their TV playing video games. Sometimes you want to be in the bed on your commute to work and so forth. So
I've talked about in the past, for long time listeners know that one of the biggest appeals for me playing Switch was so I could balance it on my stomach while playing it like an otter. I've talked about that. So the the Portal serves the same purpose. That I can do the same thing, and I want Xbox to join the family there.
I've literally played games on my phone while in bed from Xbox.
Yeah. I mean, but so PlayStation, I looked at that. PlayStation has remote play too. So you could do the same thing. You could get a backbone and all that stuff. But the tactile feel of the hardware, it makes a huge difference. Like to have familiar. That. Yeah. I don't know. It's like just, so there's a reason why if Xbox announces a handheld, there's a reason why that would work really well. And they have the infrastructure, they have the games. Game Pass would work great on there. If they have a nice configuration for people, feels comfortable, nice big screen. Yeah. People like going portable. I think Xbox can run really far with an idea like that.
It's kind of like with the Steam Deck, right? So like my Steam library, massive Steam library, 1,000+ games. And I don't want I'm out of the laptop era in my life at this moment. I don't need a laptop because most of the stuff I can do, I have my work computer, I have my phone, and that's a lot of things I can do that. And maybe my Chromebook, so that's technically a laptop, but I need something very light. As opposed to in the past, I used to carry a gaming laptop, which back in the 2000s, those were extremely bulky, extremely heavy.
Hell yeah. It was like a briefcase.
It really was. It's like, man, this thing is like 2-3 inches thick. Like when you turn it on, I mean, it sounds like you have a V8 inside. Like it's
hell yeah.
So, going to a more lighter form is key. And like when taking my Steam Deck, like when we went to Vegas, I took my Steam Deck and I literally played every night before going to bed. I would play a couple hours, and it was a really good experience. So I think now we are getting to a point like Nintendo's kind of always had a chokehold on the handheld market, mainly because over in like Japan, handhelds are absolutely massive. That's why like the PSP and the Vita survived for all these years, and I still think people make games as of like a year or two ago on the PSP and the Vita. Over in Japan, handhelds are absolutely king because their public transportation is so massive. It's so much more efficient, especially than the United States. So for people in the United States, using the Vita or using these handhelds is not really practical because our infrastructure we don't have great infrastructure for transportation or for mass transportation. We're really heavy on cars, and outside of you carpooling with somebody, you're not going to be playing that while driving down the road. With self-driving cars now, you probably can a little bit, but I don't condone that. But yeah, no, I see that, and I really hope that Microsoft does do that, because Microsoft has the best market to do that with Game Pass. Because just imagine it, like you go to work, you could download a new game at work, and then by the time you leave, you use your phone as a hotspot. Don't condone going on your company's Wi-Fi if you can help it, but you don't want your company to be like, oh man, they're downloading all these Xbox games, man, they're really working hard. But using your hotspot, whatever, you can download the game.
You can also use a pretty good defense, like once they're telling you like, hey, why are you downloading all these games and everything? Look, man, at least I'm not downloading porn. You know what I mean? Doesn't that count for something?
You want me to download porn?
Yeah, is that what you want me to do?
Is that part
Are you trying to encourage that?
Put him at the spot.
Yeah, that's. Hey, I think that would really go well. I feel like
you call Diane over. Hey, Diane, come over here. I want you to witness this. What do you say, Steve?
Yeah,
and then Steve will have to say no.
No, just keep downloading your games. It's all good. It's all good.
That becomes company policy. No, I think it's good. I hope Xbox.
A lot of these Xbox games also so the PlayStation Portal. The idea behind it is it streams from the console, right? That wouldn't be hard for Xbox to do. I mean, they could do it right now, and they also have xCloud. So if they were to announce a handheld, I imagine it would be cloud heavy. Like streaming. It would be a streaming platform.
Yeah.
So and who else would be able to pull that off? Except Microsoft. They have a huge infrastructure with Windows and all the things that they can connect and boost. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think the news for Xbox with Phil Spencer with the announcement, I think this is going to be a really good thing for Xbox. I think this is the start of something great for Xbox. Phil Spencer definitely doubled down on the whole Activision thing that, after I think he said after some consideration and talking that they're walking back the exclusivity of like Call of Duty and so forth, and he wants to keep Activision open, keep Call of Duty open and so forth for players. Because if you guys remember, there was that kind of scuffle they had between PlayStation suing them, saying that hey, we don't trust Microsoft. Yeah, it's gonna be a monopoly, and Microsoft pretty much doubling down, saying hey, we're gonna keep it open, which I think that's in the best interest of Microsoft, honestly, because if you keep Call of Duty open to everybody, that's just a lot more money coming in. That's Call of Duty just prints money for itself. So I think this is a good start. I wait for see more things to come from Xbox in the near future. So yeah, I was really happy about hearing this news.
Yeah, floodgates open though, and I think here's what I think. I'm just going to reiterate my Nostradamus-like powers here.
Do it. I'm writing notes.
Okay,
writing it down.
False ones, but go on.
All right, I want you to just put a Hi-Fi Rush will be on Nintendo Switch. I mean, there's too much data mining that's happening where they're pulling out Switch friendly information for.
But you said the same thing about the other games. You said you just want to play Indiana Jones on PS5. You said that.
Okay, Indiana Jones will be on PS5. Not now, not this year, but it will be on PS5. Starfield will be on PS5 or PS6, whatever you want to call it, down the road. Same thing I'm telling you. If I told you Sea of Thieves 2 years ago, you would have had that reaction. I'm telling you now with these games. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. But I guarantee you the money's there. And at that time when it happens, Indiana Jones goes on it, maybe a year from now, year and a half, 2 years, you'll be like, oh, yeah, it's an old game. Who cares about that?
It doesn't impact Microsoft.
They said the same thing about, Xbox is going to beat PS5 and Nintendo down the road. Well, but right now, the
balance of probabilities.
Reality is that those games are not going to PS5, and that's what they said.
Well, but they didn't close the door.
The whole world that said, "Oh, it's going to PS5." All these
it is going to. They are going to PS5.
Phil Spencer and the other people on the podcast said themselves that those games are not. That's the present reality day. If you want to keep being delusional and saying, "Oh, down the road," and
Phil Spencer also said too that those games will be day one exclusives. He reiterated. I think you're missing that part. Is that he said that these games will be exclusive, day one exclusives for Game Pass, but down the road they may lose their exclusivity to be put on other consoles.
Who said that?
Phil Spencer. He literally said that.
He said the 4 games that he didn't even say the names of the 4
games. No. You're missing a point. You're focusing on the game.
You need to watch that podcast.
Yeah, I think you need to watch it and actually listen.
Watch the podcast. I did listen.
You need to pay attention. Maybe they say,
put
subtitles.
Put a bubble in your mouth. Whoop, turn on your listening ears. He literally said.
Do the same exact thing because everything that you guys said, I can't wait to play Indiana Jones on PS5 and all this stuff. And he said himself that those games are not going to PS5.
Yeah, it's like his comeback is he just says the same thing to you when
exclusive Xbox brand exclusive. He said the Xbox isn't going anywhere. If anything, they are adding hardware to it.
Great. And as he said that these games, he said, don't worry, a lot of these games are going to be day one exclusives. But after the fact, after they have a period, just like PlayStation does, they do the exact same thing. So this is not a new concept in the gaming industry. A game becomes exclusive for a certain amount of time to push traffic to their console, to their services. And then it loses exclusivity, and then it goes to another console or to other multi-console at that point. This is not a new concept. I don't know why you're so confused.
I think Ed only stayed around.
It's not a new concept, but that's not what they said we're doing.
Ed, I think you only stayed around to hear a couple keywords and you left. You didn't.
No, I watched the whole.
There's a reason why they had a whole conversation, and the conversation is the reason why they did it this way. Instead of just put up a blog post, be like, "Hey, there's 4 games coming out." They wanted you to understand why they're doing that, and there was a whole explanation. But in the why that they were explaining, they were making very clear that the future of Xbox will look very different. They all talked about it because exclusivity is not that important anymore for them. They want to be on other things.
If that was true, then why have no, what is it called? Indiana Jones day one on Game Pass on Xbox only. Why not just put a PS5 day one?
Because
Once again,
now
I literally just explained it.
But they said
you're not. I think you're not paying attention.
They said it's literally not going to
I
other
literally just
consoles.
explained it to you. All these like Final Fantasy is a PlayStation exclusive, but then later on they said, "Oh, it will come out for other consoles." There's so many games that do this, so I don't.
When is Rebirth on Xbox?
Not yet.
Rebirth?
No, Rebirth. No, it's coming out on, it's coming on PlayStation.
Or the previous one, the remake, the previous
Final Fantasy Rebirth. Yeah,
How many years has it been?
Remake, then Rebirth.
Remake is
Like
remake.
How many years has it been?
2 years, maybe.
Okay.
Two
When does it come on Xbox then?
I don't know. They didn't give it a date. They said it will come out on Xbox.
It's on PC.
Okay, they
It's on
said
PC.
it will. Okay, they said it will come on Xbox, but Phil Spencer and the rest of the team, they didn't say that, oh, in a few years, Indiana Jones will be on Xbox.
Why are you focusing on the? You keep picking.
And I have
game.
I have a direct quote here if you want to hear it. This is
Go
the
for
quote.
it.
This is the she asked Phil Spencer. You mentioned that Starfield and Indiana Jones aren't part of the 4, despite rumors.
Yeah.
But will those ever come to PS5? Can you rule that out? This is his opportunity to say no, never. He said, instead of saying no, never, he said, I don't think we should as an industry ever rule out a game going on any other platform. Instead of saying no, never,
Said,
these are exclusive games. The CEO, instead of saying no, it'll never happen, he said, straight up they asked, will it ever happen? He said, I don't think we should, as an industry, ever rule out a game going on any other platform. So my feel of that entire conversation they had was them just getting people ready for how it's going to look in the future. And it's not the end of the world if it happens. Like, Indiana Jones will be on other platforms. Who cares?
Well, it's crazy that the reason they have to actually like word it that way and soften the blow are for people like Ed who sit there and be like, "Oh my god!" Like
this was about softening
the 4 games. The 4 games are coming.
Just because you guys clowned on me for 15 minutes and then you all were wrong. The whole world's
once again
wrong.
we never said it was going to happen overnight.
It's all rumors.
We literally said this is a start. You would have said a year ago that this would have never happened. You would have never said, "Oh, these 4 Xbox exclusive games at one time going possibly to PlayStation." That'll never happen. And we didn't say, "Oh man, this is going to happen overnight." Come February, whenever this showcase was or this podcast was, like, oh man, this is going to happen overnight. That's not even feasible. And we never said that was going to happen. But this is literally the start. Literally, what we're saying is that Xbox will start rolling out and being multi-console. Simple as that. In the story, now we clowned you on it, of course, because you're sitting here saying it will never happen. That's not going to happen. Xbox would never do that, and we're seeing Xbox is starting to slowly roll it out. They're big titles. They're going to keep it to once again pull people into Game Pass. That just makes sense because then people that pay for Game Pass, I pay for Nintendo Online, and I don't even use it. So they want to pull people to Game Pass. They're going to buy their service and not use it, and so forth. That just makes financial sense. But then once the fizzle of that game, like Sea of Thieves, like you said, like you don't care about Sea of Thieves, but there are a lot of people that do care about Sea of Thieves still. And if it comes out to another console, people might care about it. Like you don't care about it. So they're like, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and reach across the aisle and let's give away Sea of Thieves to other consoles. We can make some money on the side. And like people like you don't care about it, not going to bellyache about it. Now, if something like Singular Sacrifice became a multi-console thing, you're going to hear belly aching from you because you're going to be like, look at Xbox. How dare they give away my precious Senua? She's my little kitten.
But that'd be good. That'd be good for Senua's Sacrifice. You see, like that would be great for Senua's Sacrifice because more people would be able to play it.
Exactly. More people would be able to play it. Xbox makes more money. Xbox makes more money.
That's on Xbox to do. This is a decision Xbox made.
Thankfully, they said that it's going to be on Xbox only, exclusively, day one on Game Pass.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
once again,
Xbox's strategy is evolving. Like we don't know what we're in a kind of a new era. This is not Sega versus Nintendo. Hardware means less and less as
this is
year
Xbox
passes.
For Microsoft versus Amazon and Tencent, basically.
Okay. So in the time being right now that what we're talking about is like we are in the midst of a console war, but I think that console war is
It's not the old console.
it's oh yeah, but presently speaking, and Phil Spencer has said they're not going to catch up to Sony and they're not going to catch up to Nintendo and they're not going to try at this point. And I don't think they have to. Here's the thing: what is Sony's future? I have no idea. How will Sony survive? I have no idea beyond the PS5. But if you ask me, how is Microsoft going to survive? It's clear as day. Game Pass.
Game Pass. They can make that into like.
They have an amazing future.
No, but yeah, that's what
I've been saying.
They can make it.
No,
and I think I used this before, the Netflix of video games.
Yeah.
So
that's
we
not
were very
that's not what you've been
towards.
That's not what you've been saying. That.
I've always said that Game Pass is like the Netflix of video games.
No, I said that before. I think on the last time we spoke about this crap.
No, you did.
Yeah.
That was not true. What he's talking about is not the same thing you're talking about. You used to believe that Xbox as a console and everything else was just going to absolutely thrive in its own ecosystem, which is not.
No. It's going to need to.
That's exactly what you said.
No, I said by Game Pass.
Then why would you argue against us with what we're saying then? If that's what we're saying,
we want Xbox to succeed, but Xbox path is very clear that software is that's their
Xbox forever
gravy. You know what I mean? That's exactly.
Xbox forever.
Exactly, Xbox forever. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you need Xbox to do well because I mean, something I didn't think about is I am a PlayStation fan for many, many years, and if you've been a PlayStation fan a long time, they do well when they're under pressure. They do well when they're on their back foot and they're trying to catch up to like another, competitor. Yeah. When PlayStation gets complacent and lazy, they do stupid ass shit and they will wipe themselves out. They're stupid. They're a group of idiots very easily.
PlayStation 3 was like that. PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 was kind of that. Well, PlayStation 3 was that really stupid. Was that lazy era. PlayStation 2,
they were up their own ass. Like they came off PS2, the greatest console
PlayStation
of all time.
2 was
one of the greatest. It's really the greatest console. Yeah. It's the greatest console of all time.
Whoa! They broke every record in the universe, and they thought they were hot shit, and they thought they could offer an exorbitant amount of. They could ask for an exorbitant amount of money for a console, and they got their ass destroyed. And 360 dominated in that era, but they eventually they caught up when they made it smaller and cheaper. But Sony makes a lot of stupid decisions.
First couple of years of PlayStation 3 was very rough. It was overly expensive. The games weren't good.
Games wouldn't run well on it.
360 came out. I mean, it came out swinging. And 360. I mean, as far as modern day consoles, I'm not thinking like the 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit systems, but 360 was amazing.
But then Microsoft went and did the same thing after 360. They came out thinking they were the hot shit. And the Xbox One unveil is probably the biggest blunder in gaming history. They had so much momentum. It was theirs. You could literally watch the console war ending as they were fucking up, and PS4 was it PS4 at that time was going second place. Xbox announces something, fucks up. PS5 announces something 5 hours later and like reads the room and doesn't fuck up. Like, always on. We're not going to do that shit. You can play that. Like all this, it was hilarious to watch it, but I mean, but competition is necessary for them to. So that's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. Sony, I have no idea what's going to happen. PS6 will probably come out. I don't know how much it's going to cost or what they're going to do. I have this PlayStation Portal, but Sony is Sony. Microsoft is forever, basically. Yeah. So, and they've like every acquisition they've made is to future-proof them. And I will say it again, and as much as Ed doesn't like to hear it, the Xbox box is. You'll get another generation out of it, but I think we're leaving physical hardware behind. It's going away. And if Sony continues, because Sony's future is really, they need to make a box. Sony's bread and butter is a physical box, a PlayStation. So in the future, if Microsoft says we're out of the box business, but we got Game Pass, they'll get it onto that console because they literally said, I have a quote from Phil Spencer. He wants Xbox everywhere. And that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I can remember that he did mention something about there always will be an Xbox, a physical console.
Well, I think what we view as a physical console is going to change over time. So I think VR headsets now. This is something that I
Now I remember he said that Xbox, the consoles will be the sole place, the major place
The
for
ecos
Xbox gamers.
like
Yeah,
the center ecosystem.
yeah, and
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
else is basically secondary.
Yeah, yeah, and
Whatever.
that's I think that's what we're saying. Like, Game Pass is going to be everywhere. Like at a certain point, Game Pass is literally going to infiltrate every console, every TV, every medium, VR and so forth. You're going to be able to get Game Pass. I think that as VR headsets get better and they become more affordable, I mean, what do you think is ultimately better, probably for most gamers? Because most gamers are playing by themselves, anyways. Like having like a VR headset or something that can be easily shared, or something that is small, compact, can be multiple uses out of like different services. I think that will probably be the future. Now, granted, a console generation is usually like 7 years. I think like 7 8 years. I think this is one of the shortest console generations that we've had recently, with the PS 5 and the Xbox X and
Series.
S. Yeah, Series X and S. I think this is probably gonna be one of the shorter consoles, maybe by a year or two. Um, I mean, I don't think we're gonna get to that VR headset, like that being like the new console, probably for another 20 years. I mean, I think it's a little ways off, but I think that Xbox has the capability to really take over. Um, Microsoft has dabbled in a lot of hardware. They made a lot of blunders, but they also can learn. They learn, and they have what Sony doesn't have. Sony, honestly, outside of TVs, like who the fuck uses anything from Sony? TVs, headphones, and PlayStation. Like that's
Like
really
I said, the IP. Their thing is that they own some valuable IP,
IPs.
and
Yeah,
that's what gets them through their down the
Spider-Man.
road. Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, to sum it up, yes, Ed, I think the rumors were overblown for sure.
Oh
But
yeah.
but when you come down to reality, it's still massive. Xbox exclusives are now going to be on PlayStation 5, and it's just the beginning. Um, what if they do well? If they do well and they realize, oh shit, there's a whole bunch of possibilities here. There's no way that they say, oh, these four, we're never going to do it again. You'd be insane to believe that. They're obviously going to keep going.
Yeah, these four do well. Yeah, they're definitely they're about money.
It's money on the table. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah. Anyways, moving on from this subject, I'm sure it'll come up again.
Yes.
Super Bowl. Did you guys watch Super Bowl? We missed it. We didn't talk about it, I don't think.
I watched the commercials.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the commercials.
I watched.
You did watch the commercials? You watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
It was an exciting game. I'll say that. It was a very good game.
Very good. Nail biter for sure.
Nail biter. Definitely. It was a good one if you were dedicated. Boring Super Bowl is never interesting.
This is a very defensive Super Bowl, and usually defensive games are very boring, but this was a actually very interesting defensive game for sure.
Yeah, it's better than watching back in the day when the Patriots would just steamroll. It's not fun watching that at all.
No.
But anyways, there's some notable trailers we could talk about. I mean, there's a couple here. We obviously will just there's one that floats to the top.
Of course.
It was on all our lists. I believe it was on all our lists for most anticipated the only Marvel Studios release. Deadpool and Wolverine is the official title. And what did you guys think of the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine?
This might be the saving grace of Marvel or Disney, maybe. Yeah, because Disney, Marvel has not been doing well for this whole Phase 4, Phase 5, whichever you want to call it. It's been very lackluster, very disappointing. It did not only live up to Endgame and Infinity War, but it drastically went down below DC level. I will say that. But this trailer kind of gave some hope. Ryan Reynolds, if he's behind it, I think he believes that this is going to be a good Deadpool Wolverine movie. He brought back Hugh Jackner. That's a plus.
Hugh Jackner.
Hugh Jackner?
Yeah,
Hugh Jackner. I missed him.
Hugh Jackner.
Hugh Jackner. Yeah.
Hugh Jackner.
Yeah.
It was a loophole. He wasn't, he loopholed us. That's the 10-cent ripoff of Jack Man. Yeah.
I don't know what this is rated.
He's the New Zealand version of Hugh Jackman.
I don't know what this is rated.
think they
whole
said
face?
It's rated R. It's
Yeah.
rated R, but
Okay.
he's gone. That pegging joke made it very clear. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a rated R experience, and I'm glad they might release PG-13 afterwards, like they did with the
Oh
last
yeah.
movie.
I don't
Yeah.
mind
Just
that.
to double dip on that money, you know what I mean?
Of
I don't
course.
blame them if they do. But the
But
first dip will be R.
I gotta
Yeah.
say, Echo kind of left a bad taste in my mouth because that was supposed to be rated R, and it was really PG-13. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, is this really
But
going to be a rated R movie?
yeah,
Is it
but
really
I
going to be
mean
a Deadpool movie?
that's a rated. I mean, well, that wasn't rated R. It was mature. It was a mature TV. Mature is
Oh,
different than
MA?
R. TVMA is different than
Ah, but
R-rated
come on. Like
cinematic.
how many TVMA movies or shows have you seen that really needed that TVMA? Like really needed it? The majority, I would
Depends
say.
on the content. Depends on the
Yeah,
content,
I
I
think
would
the
say.
content is important.
Echo really didn't need it. You know what I mean? So, and I will agree with you that they probably could have gone further with the TVMA. Did it need it though to tell the story, to the benefit of the story? I
Oh
don't
no.
think so. But Deadpool definitely has already established that it thrives in an R-rated setting, and they definitely take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll see all kinds of things
It's
popping
gonna be
out here.
so self-referential. That's gonna be all over the place.
Fourth
And we
wall breaking, everything.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I hope
Of
so.
course.
All the things we kind of thought were going to happen, like I mean, it's a short teaser, but the 20th Century Fox logo in the background
Oh
when they're
my God. I
fighting.
really hope they flex their new Disney thing and just throw a bunch of random, like main MCU crap in there.
Did you
That'd
guys like
be
the
awesome.
TVA inclusion?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
little
Did you
Yeah.
things.
like that?
I like
Yeah.
that.
I was hoping Owen Wilson would pop up, and I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
will
He
Well,
might
probably.
yeah, I
have.
want to see Loki. I want to see like
Yeah.
all of like Loki. I want to see Owen
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah.
I felt that was weird that they included it, but this could be actually really good because we already saw in Deadpool 3 that he has the ability, or Deadpool 2, that he has the ability to travel in time.
Other
So
realities.
Travel
yeah,
in
also
time
yeah,
and through universes.
through universe,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's able to, yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to like seeing how much damage he can wreak on the TVA and
Yeah.
see if he can possibly undo like He Who Remains Loki. Like I want to see
That would be interesting.
yeah, like I want to see how
That would
bad
be
he can fuck it
interesting.
up. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's cool that they're doing that. And
Yeah.
I know Ed, and I think all of us can say that Marvel this current phase for the most part was pretty bad. Storyline
Yeah.
wise.
Phase 4 is rough.
Yeah.
But some of the best stuff that happened out of it, which like Loki and so forth, with the
TV.
inclusion.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
not
TV.
TV, but like streaming shows.
Yeah,
Let's
streaming
call it.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, streaming shows
Yeah,
that we
that's
have
where
love.
that's where it was shining. But like the movies and stuff, ooh,
Well, I'm glad that they're taking like some of the best stuff of the TVA Loki series and kind of introducing it into Deadpool. I think that's cool. And it makes more sense of how the X-Men come into the universe, and how like maybe we can mess up timelines and now have mutants in the sacred timeline and all this other bullshit. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope that outside of the the slapstick humor of Deadpool and like the gore and all that they actually tell an actual timeline, like actually something that actually sticks to the timeline that actually explains all this shit. I mean, we saw the one character that kind of everybody's thinking like is Doctor Doom. Everybody's like creaming themselves like that's Doctor Doom, that's Doctor Doom. And I paused it. I was like, it doesn't look like Doctor Doom, but that'd be a cool way to introduce Doom. Like, hey, this is this random guy who has very baseline powers, not really strong, but gets put into a random timeline and becomes that existential threat all because of Deadpool fucking around.
I don't think they're going to introduce any new exciting thing in this movie. I think they're just going to examine and satirize what has existed, and maybe clean it up a little, like you said, sacred timeline and all that. Like, there's a lot of like extraneous clutter in the Marvel MCU that's like, let's simplify this thing again. Like, what is this? This doesn't make any sense. I don't like. Maybe this will be a good opportunity for Deadpool to like trim the fat a little bit, bring MCU back to its roots. But if Deadpool, if he survives the movie, and he ends up in this new whatever ends up coming out of this single lone year where we have this one movie, maybe that'll set up a better MCU for us. Maybe that like if he ends up in a new universe in our MCU, he has to be he knows who the X-Men are. He knows he's a mutant.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I mean, so obviously that's the one door, even though like was it Captain Marvel had the cameo with Beast. So
Yeah.
the door's open here. So we'll see what he does to
Well,
I'm very excited.
that's a cool thing about Deadpool. It can be a serious show or a serious series, a comedy series, or whatever series. Even in the comic books, Deadpool fits into everything. No matter what you throw at him, the character just fits. No matter where you put him, he fits. And that's the beautiful thing about him. So hopefully they take full advantage of that.
Yeah. Did you all see the?
What do you guys think of the yellow outfit? At least from the back. Wolverine's.
It's Wolverine's yellow outfit.
Oh yeah.
I liked it.
I mean, I like
right?
it.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm like, something tells me he's gonna wear it for maybe like 2 seconds.
I hope
and
not.
then be like, this is stupid, and then change it to something else.
I want him to wear the mask.
I hope it's not him, honestly. To be honest with you, I hope it's not
like
Deadpool.
fake.
I hope
like
it's
they
like
show
really
his face.
Yeah, they show his face.
It's like dollar store Wolverine.
Yeah, or I really want, for a long time they said Daniel Radcliffe is supposed to be the new Wolverine, and I wish they kind of play on that.
You know what? They've done that before.
Yeah,
they did it with the last one. Remember the team, the X team or whatever?
Yeah,
they made it seem like it was like Deadpool was finally forming his team. And as soon as we saw it in theaters, everyone died.
Yeah,
everyone died.
You guys,
we weren't expecting that.
You guys remember that scene where Starfire, or whatever that guy's name, the alien guy, he gets chopped up in the helicopter blades.
Yeah,
he's like, what's your secret power? He's like, I'm just better than all of you. He's he's in this movie. They show him like a small clip. Spoilers in a small clip.
No, but that's. You mean when he has hair?
You remember he has the red hair, right? And he has like the long, he has the long braid.
No, I'm saying the clip they were talking about.
Oh, the hair, the hair flies onto the helicopter.
Shatterstar. No, but I'm saying in the clip, was it when Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool, with the burnt skin and the hair?
Here with the hair, yeah.
I think that's a misleading thing, because they showed everyone around like celebrating and everyone's still alive.
Yeah, everyone's still alive.
What the fuck?
I was like, I saw Shatterstar. I was like,
I love that when the TVA took him, they stopped for a second to rip the wig off. Perfect.
Now, Ed, you're about to say something. I think Green Turn cut you off.
Did you all see the comic book? It was towards the end when Deadpool was on the ground, and I think it was before Wolverine, his shadow popped up. There was a comic book on the left side, and from what people were saying, I looked at it myself. It said Secret Wars.
Oh, didn't see it.
Oh,
that's cool.
That would be cool.
So one of that ties in possibly to anything, or it's just there.
We do have Secret Wars coming up.
I doubt that it's gonna. That'd be crazy if they use Deadpool to like launch Secret Wars.
Yeah, I mean Secret Wars. We already got kind of teased with not Ragnarok, Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder got teased at the end. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of curious about that. I didn't see the comic book. I watched the trailer. I just want to see my boy Shatterstar. I saw him and I was like, holy shit, like he's still alive.
I'll have to rewatch it.
I have to rewatch it now because I didn't.
Dude, everyone's scared. What was that? Brad Pitt was the invisible guy, right?
Yeah, he was the invisible guy.
Yeah, the invisible guy. Then Terry Crews. What was he?
I forgot. I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it since right after the theater. So I gotta.
Oh, I watched it not too long ago. It's so good. I like the part with he's in the bar and like he was at a bar venting about his traumatic experience, and they had like a big biker guy, and the biker guy's like, "Don't worry," and then he like stops, and then Ryan Reynolds says his line for him, and then the guy's like, "Oh, yes," and he repeats the line. Like they literally break the super fourth wall.
Oh, really?
By making by having a scene of Ryan Reynolds telling the other actor his line that he forgot in the movie.
I watched Deadpool 1 recently, and because of the hype of Deadpool and Wolverine, and I was like, holy shit, like Deadpool 1 was a
Deadpool 1 solid, but
it was a great movie.
Yeah, it was good.
Deadpool 2 is on another level.
It is.
Oh yeah.
The feeling in the theater when I saw Juggernaut come out of that fucking thing, I cannot put into words.
That was the Juggernaut we've always wanted.
Fucking happy
Not
and
only the
ecstatic
I
wanted.
was. We got the Colossus we wanted too.
Yeah, we got the Colossus.
And the Colossus we wanted.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had the Colossus. Yeah, we got the Juggernaut. I mean,
I don't know how you guys feel about Cable, but the Cable was decent.
Ooh, that Cable, solid Cable.
I wanted different casting.
No,
I wanted my X-Men
he was good.
animated
Watch it
series
again.
Cable.
Watch it again.
No, it's not X-Men.
Very good Cable.
Oh, you're saying you
Very
wanted
good
X-Men series?
Yeah.
X-Men series. Yeah, but you gotta remember that was '90s roided out. Everybody was roided out.
I want that. That's what I want.
I mean, yeah, but
I want to roid
then
out
why? No, then you're full of crap. Then why don't you want Wolverine to be an actor that's 4 foot tall and weighs 400 pounds?
He wants that too. Yeah.
Then you shouldn't like Hugh Jackman. Then, or sorry, no, Hugh Jackman.
Jackarin.
Hugh Jackman.
Jackarin. Whatever.
No, Jackner.
Called it. Jackner. Hugh
Jackner. He plays a
Jackner.
good Wolverine, even though he's not 5 foot whatever.
But why aren't you complaining about his look?
Oh, okay. Wait.
He's good acting.
We got Green Tuner, the purist over here. Like,
don't you want that Wolverine?
No, I don't mind, but it's the same thing why I don't mind that the Cable didn't look like the 90s cartoon Cable. So I'm saying, why are you being facetious about the...
Why are you being so personal about it?
I'm just saying it would be awesome if it was the steroid jacked up Cable. Like I don't want the Magneto we got in the X-Men's that we were given, except for the most recent one.
I want like a Kevin Nash, like super huge Cable, because Cable, I felt like he was super tall in the 90s.
I think he was.
So what I'm saying, like Ed wants the Kevin Nash, but like Green Tuner, like, why are you taking this so personal? Like, you're like, wait, man, you guys, it's all or nothing. If you don't give me, why'd you like this one and not like the other one?
No. I'm just saying, like, I don't mind if they change how a character looks as long as the end result of the movie is good.
I think it was just
I'm not complaining.
I think it was the attitude. Like he just didn't fit. He didn't feel like Cable to me a little bit. Like he had the Cable vibe, but he wasn't really Cable to me. Which I can understand.
Cable in the comics is boring as hell. If you've guys ever read like a Cable comic, they're not exactly like something that you remember.
He's very one-dimensional. Like,
it's a very boring character.
Well, he's good because when he's paired up with Deadpool. He's right.
Yeah.
Paired up with Deadpool is better. But you're right. He could be very boring for sure.
Yeah. You know what I would love to see, but they're not going to do it.
That's why they had to give him Bishop.
Oh, Bishop was good too.
No, I'm saying, but in the cartoon at least.
The Bishop. Oh, he's Deadpool. No, yeah, there was no.
Cable.
The Bishop was
Cable.
Days of Future.
No, the cartoon. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh,
like eventually, they're like, goddamn, we gotta throw someone else in, and then they put
Bishop.
Yeah.
Hey, what were you saying?
This would be cool, but they're not going to do it. If they had like one character in the next Deadpool movie, and every scene that it cuts to, it's a different actor, but the same like suit on or same like uniform on.
Oh yeah,
I think that'd be pretty hilarious, pretty awesome. They're not going to do it though, but I think it'd be pretty cool.
If they did something like that, where
if they did that for themselves.
If they did that with Wolverine, I think that would be hilarious. Like if they had different actors who were supposed to play Wolverine over the years. And of course, you got to add the obligatory Matt Damon showing up out of nowhere as an actor, or Brad Pitt. I mean, there's old rosters back before Hugh Jackman became of actors who were supposed to play Wolverine, or everybody wanted to play. So that'd be kind of cool if they did do that.
Yeah, believe me, when they said Hugh Jackman, all of the fucking mouth breathing comic book nerds were like, that thing that you thought I was complaining about, Cream, where they were like, oh, he's too tall, he's
too tall,
blah.
Too tall.
Yeah, and then now everybody loves him. Now everybody wants him to be the only Wolverine that they'll ever be. Yeah.
No,
I still my short rated out Wolverine, but I mean he's pretty good Wolverine.
No, Hugh Jackman.
I mean, but that's just comic books.
No, Hugh Jackman went through some serious changes throughout. Like Hugh Jackman normally through life is never that jacked.
Oh yeah.
But like,
he made sure he had a lot of rice and a lot of chicken. Yeah, and then they worked out like 2 times a day.
Yeah, for 3 days.
Because exactly, because that's how you get that big in 3 months.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he probably talked to the Liver King, probably ate live testicles,
Wow.
liver,
A
and
lot of
milk.
bull testicles. Yeah.
like,
A
that's the
lot
only
of
way.
peptides.
Yeah, right. That's the only way to do it. Really quick, we got a comment from Only Toes. Echo needed TVMA for the violence and gun scenes. Yeah, I mean, we say that it needed the violence. I think what we're saying is that it just outside of the violence, like that one scene where Echo shoots the guy or somebody shoots the guy in the head at the roller skates. Like you don't have to show the blood dripping off of the table onto the floor. Like certain
That
things
was
could be
cool
taken.
though.
It was cool, but I mean, if we never saw that, we probably wouldn't be all like, "Oh man, I'm so upset by it." But yeah, I mean, it was fine. What other? There was so talking about Marvel, there was another leak, or not leak. It was announced. I think this is a big one. Fantastic Four roster has been announced.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know that
official cast.
Official cast. We see that the leading man Reed Richards is not going to be John Krasinski. I think we got that wet dream that a lot of people wanted him to be in Wanda. I think it didn't go over as well as people thought, or like Marvel probably thought it was going to go. A lot of people didn't even know. I think the problem is a lot of people outside of the nerds knew about John Krasinski being Reed Richards. But we got Pedro Pascal. The other actors I'm not too. I know.
I got him here.
Yeah.
Stu Storm, Vanessa Kirby.
Yep.
Who's that?
She played
Vanessa Kirby has been
Shaw
in the
in
last few
Hawk.
Mission Impossible movies. She's been in it.
Yeah, remember Shaw, Hobbs and Shaw? She was a sister to.
Who's the female?
Ed. Ray Swamp. On both ends.
What's
both
the-
Reed Richards and
Ed.
Vanessa.
Hold on.
Vanessa, whatever, Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby is correct.
Why?
Pedro Pascal. I got the wrong Vanessa. No, Vanessa Kirby is fine. But yeah, Pedro Pascal, cancel.
Pedro
Ray
Pascal, known Hispanic.
What are you saying?
Playing legendary white character Reed Richards. How do you feel about it?
Well, if they're doing to check some boxes off, then no. If they're doing it because
what do you think?
Is
what
the
do you
best.
think?
Well, he's telling you guys.
Incriminate yourself.
Calm the fuck down.
Did you guys
wasn't done?
Shut the hell up. He can tell you.
Wasn't done. If they're doing it just to check a box off, then no. If they're doing
calm
it
down.
because he is the best, I can't get angry right now.
It's just a movie. Whoa,
headache that I've been having.
It's just a movie.
Ed,
it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, calm down,
dude.
Anyways, what I was saying is, if they're doing it just to check a box off, then no. If they're doing it because he's the best fit for the role and it makes sense for the story, and they're not trying to push any kind of like messaging or anything,
agenda,
I'm all for it. Yeah, agenda.
Now, what? Okay, of those two possibilities, what do you think is the?
What do I think?
Yes.
I don't know because really the only thing I've seen him in is
does he have an opinion on anything? He just throws
out. Well, I haven't seen. I don't know anything about the
None of us have seen it. Do you have an
Dark Side? Shut the hell up. Let the man talk.
I hope it's for a good reason. I hope it's because he's the best fit for the story, not because he checks a box out like, oh, we want you because you're not white.
Oh man!
Now, let me ask you a question. Have you seen
the waspiest actress for?
I don't know who this actress
for what's her
is.
name for?
Like I said, Sean Hobbs and Shaw. You remember Hobbs and Shaw with Fast and Furious spinoff?
Ed, you liked Mission Impossible, right? You said you liked Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, like
the last one. She's the blonde. She's the blonde who runs the club they go to. Do you remember that?
Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah, she runs the club where they.
With the AI and all that stuff.
Yes, yeah. She's the blonde.
It's very vague, but yes.
Okay.
Think of the waspiest woman you've ever seen, and that's what.
So she's gonna be who?
Sue Summers.
Sue Storm.
Sue Storm.
I mean, if they're picking her because she's the best fit for the role, as in
she's fine. She fits.
She's white.
Fine. She's a white blonde.
She's
super
white.
white. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I don't care.
Christ.
I don't care if the person is white, black, green, yellow.
What if they
brown?
Green Tuner, shut up. Let him talk.
What if they pick?
Damn.
Let's say Lizzo. as Sue Storm. What would you think then?
I would think it's not a good fit.
As your lawyer, I'm just gonna tell you, these guys are trying to set you up. Like,
I know they are.
They're not.
It's not a good fit. It's not a good fit.
They're not letting you finish. They're not letting you finish your statement. They're trying to trip you up. They're like, just shut the hell up.
Boring ass robot though. If they said that,
I have no.
He's just reiterating.
Neither good nor bad. I am in between.
I don't want them to pick a actor or actress because you were so and so race.
Yeah, we get it. All I asked you was what if the two possibilities,
and then have them like just eat, I don't know, fried chicken and drink Kool-Aid.
Whoa, what the
whatever, yeah.
Where did that come from?
I went through. I'm just saying. Like, if you pick a character,
why'd you guys let this man talk?
Thank you, Ed. Thank you. You gave us what we wanted. It took a little bit of time.
Well, isn't that what they're doing though with other movies?
Yeah, it's what they're doing.
Ed,
Blue Beetle.
No, Ed, just stop it, please.
Anyways, Pedro Pascal, great choice. I think we all like him.
No, Ed, have you seen The Last of Us?
Yes.
The show.
Yeah.
So Pedro, that's the main character, Joel.
Mandalorian. Fucking Mandalorian.
So no, because you said you only saw the Mandalorian, so that's why I was.
I forgot he was in. He's good.
Yeah, he's in The Last of Us. He's very good in The Last of Us.
You can have a good actor who's been in great movies, and then cast him in something that's totally not in his or her cookbook or whatever. Yeah, Lane. Yeah. Like I won't say. There's a movie I saw recently. I won't say, but she's been in great movies. And
say who it is.
Yeah. Well, it's
spoiling us for next review. We're gonna do.
Oh no, but you can still say the actor. I mean, we know. We've already talked about it. We already talked about what we're gonna see next week.
Well, I'm just saying there's been one actor.
Honestly,
no, I know the name. I'm just not gonna say the name. One actor who's been in other movies and has been good. And then, I mean, you can give a good
Sydney Sweeney.
I'm not saying the person's name.
Dakota
Not saying.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney.
And we never got to talk about this because it predates the Blurred podcast, but how did you feel about Michael B. Jordan swamping out for Johnny Storm back in the day?
Yeah. Gross, right?
I didn't see it.
What is your opinion?
I didn't see it.
I know, but you're aware of it, right? So what was your opinion?
I can't give an opinion because I haven't seen it.
No, I'm not asking you to review his performance. I'm asking you of the casting.
Well, that'll be my answer. I will have to see it to actually see. Okay, whatever.
That's a cop-out answer.
Yeah. That's not a cop-out answer. I'm asking you about the casting.
You have judged an opinion.
I'm asking you about the casting. I'm not asking you about the performance.
About a movie I haven't seen yet.
But I'm asking you.
Like with Pedro Pascal being in Fantastic Four. None of us have seen it yet. It's not even out.
All right, you guys.
Like I said earlier, I just hope it's a well-written script. He has the acting skills. I just hope it's a well-written script and it's not for some kind of agenda or message they're trying to pull out.
So you won't answer the Michael B. Jordan questions.
I haven't seen the movie.
I'm not asking you to review the fucking movie. All I'm asking you is the
how can I give it an opinion?
Okay,
it'll be the same exact thing. I hope it was a good movie and a well-written script for him, and not some kind of agenda or whatever.
Skillful.
I haven't seen the movie.
I mean, he's a politician.
He's a politician.
How can I give a review?
He's a politician. I love it. But Ed, if you haven't seen the movie, you are in the best position. You haven't been exposed to any other information. You are in the best position to answer the question.
All I know is that Michael B. Jordan, he is very knowledgeable about comics. He's a nerd too.
So
he was given that role for a reason. I hope it worked out. Apparently, from what I hear from people, it didn't. But that's what they say. I can't give a full opinion because I've not seen the movie myself.
But do you think he was cast because of his amazing acting talents?
I hope so. Just like I hope Pedro Pascal is being cast for Fantastic Four for his talents and not for some box to be checked off.
This is weird because this is totally contradicting what you said before.
No, it's never. Like, yes. I'm saying the same thing about Pedro Pascal. Like, why haven't I said, they're just using him because he's Mexican? I didn't say that.
Whoa.
What do you got a bottle
of? He's Mexican?
This contradicts what you said before because you would say, when we talked about the Michael B. Jordan thing, and we said, hey, we gave that argument. We said, hey, it's a story about Kal-El. He is an alien. He could be any race.
Wait, are we talking about Superman or are we talking about...
No. I'm saying, like, this is what... You're contradicting what you're saying now about Michael B. Jordan being in Fantastic Four by saying, well, I just hope that they just cast him just because blah blah blah, when it's obviously they race swapped it because that's not Johnny Storm is not black.
He's not. Have you seen the movie?
I've seen.
So you can give a whole better opinion about the movie than I can because I haven't seen it.
Well, I wouldn't care about the fact that he was race swapped, so it doesn't really matter.
Everyone was
don't
bad
care.
in that movie.
Like I said many
everybody was
times,
everybody
okay.
looked disinterested in that movie.
Well, like I said many times, I don't care if the person, like I just said earlier, if the person is white, black, green, yellow, burgundy, brown, orange, gray, as long as it's for the story and not for some kind of checklist or agenda.
But I'm saying this is different than what you said before, because when we said, hey, it could be a black Superman and without any difference, it'd just be a black Superman. You said no. Why would you do that when there's black characters? That there's a black Superman with Calvin Harris with his own story. Why would you race swap it just to race swap it in the first place?
Like even
now, but now you're saying that that's opposite of what you're saying now. It's like, well, if it's a good actor, it doesn't matter what race they are. So that's why I think Darkseid is trying to get you on. So I'm trying to tell you how you're contradicting yourself and how Darkseid is trying to get you into that wedge.
But he's not, because that's what I'm saying. I said it's for a. I'm sorry. It's for someone trying to check a box off or for an agenda. Then no, even like the interview that Michael B. Jordan had with Oprah. Oprah brought it to him. Like, wouldn't it be cool to be a black Superman, Clark Kent? And Michael B. Jordan went right on the defense and said, no, he'd rather be Calvin Harris
that is a white character. I would never do that.
But, because that's not what you said, though.
Because it's insulting in a way to, okay, you know what? All these other characters who are black in the comic books by origin, they're not popular enough or good enough. Let's just race swamp a famous character like Clark Kent, which Michael B. Jordan said.
Darkseid, you're giving Darkseid.
But that's you don't hear what I'm saying. If it's
I heard you.
If it's for a check box, then no. If it's for a written story, then yes.
But that's what
I've always said that.
That's literally opposite of what you just said.
Never change.
No, never you literally said the opposite.
Never change. Would I want to play Link in a movie? Yeah. Do I have the experience for it? No. Would if I don't know. I don't forget that guy's name from Lord of the Rings. I think he'll be a good actor for Link. It works out. He has the acting chops. He looks the part. Everything. Link is not black. Link is not Latino or anything else, but he will fit that part. Now, if someone was Latino or black and he fits that role of Link, then yeah, play the role. Okay. But if it's just for a box checked off,
the thing is, you've changed, and this might be growth, and I think you may not even.
I've been saying the same thing for when Oprah did that interview to say, "Hey, you should play Clark Kent, Superman." He was on the fence, and I agree with him 100%. No. Because there's other Supermans.
This is the third time he's telling the Oprah story. We gotta get out of here.
Let's get out of this.
The thing is,
I said many times, I don't care the person is orange, white, whatever.
You change the prompts of what you say, and that's the only. I'll chop this up as growth, and we can move on. But at the end of the day, you don't say the same thing. You literally change the prompt of how you say it into 3 different things. And when you say it before, you said you cannot change the character. You don't believe in changing the character because you don't want to, in your mind, if a black person wants to play a white character, why do that when they can play a black character? And
what's the reason of doing it? It's just pandering. It's just pandering. That's all it is.
You continue I got a question about pandering.
The only reason why
you keep repeating yourself.
The only reason why the majority of Hollywood is doing this is because
I'm super checked down.
All right. I want to check out on the main thing here, but I want to add on something. I've been trying to get this in here.
Sure.
There was also another trailer. Real quick, we'll talk about it. X-Men 97. It's on my anticipated. The first trailer came out. You're not watching it, but
they took out the ass. They showed the differences.
Oh, I saw that too.
They took out
Rogue's ass.
They took out Rogue's ass.
Hold on. There's other things.
No.
Ed,
you don't need to say anything else.
Hold on. I just want to know.
That scene that I printed on my home printed and put on my wall as a poster.
Yeah,
that's the best part of the whole series.
I have that in my car daily on my windshield. Just to remind me of the good times.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. In terms of the new series, yes, she has.
I think they've made statues out of that scene.
They have.
She has been
gasified.
The gat is less there.
Less gat.
Less there. That was her. Turns out her mutant power. No, I was gonna say like there's some changes here. Here's one that's riling up a few
I'm sure
people.
I know what he was going to say. Go on. Is it about Morph?
Yeah, and Morph has been described as a character who is now non-binary. What do you feel
Nice.
Was he in the
Wait a
cartoon?
minute.
Was he in the comic
Yeah.
books?
Morph?
What's Morph? I don't know. I don't know Morph like that. But what do you feel?
No,
Let's say he
Morph
wins.
was like
Morph
a
is an original
shitty
character.
throwaway character from the first.
How
cartoon,
dare you.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, but he came back in the animated series.
He was so useless in the first. Like literally, they only created him so he can die in the opening episode. Yeah, that was his only use.
Yeah.
But
That's the
Morph-
character
Morph
they used
became-
to make non-binary.
Yeah, Morph became more popular. He was in Age of Apocalypse in the comic. They brought him into the MCU or in the Marvel comics. But anyways, he's back in the new series, and they described him as a non-binary character.
But why is that so important?
Why isn't it?
Why is it so important?
Why isn't it, Ed? I mean,
I
you have Scott Summers.
I want to know about
Gene
the
Hackman.
story, not what they like and don't like in the bedroom.
All right, but like if they go down the list of things, like Wolverine has black hair, he's from Canada. Like these are little things about personality traits. And one of the things about Morph is he's non-binary.
Then why didn't do that?
I know, but
why didn't they say, "Oh, Logan is now from I don't know L.A. or something like that," or Rogue is now from outer space?
Who cares about someone being non-binary?
But why you put non-binary to sexual? It has nothing. Why you say? Oh,
why does it matter?
You said, oh, I don't care what they do. Like, why they had to switch to non-binary? I don't care what they do in the bedroom. But literally, Scott Summers and Jean Grey's relationship was pivotal in every X-Men.
You know exactly
movie.
what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Non-binary has nothing to do.
Why didn't it bring up? Oh, Scott Summer. It likes. He's. Why didn't say? Why didn't say that? What if he's not?
It's always been known.
Well,
he's in a relationship.
Why all of a sudden now he's
polyamorous.
Polyamorous, yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden now
no,
he's that.
Jean Grey's polyamorous because she
all
wants
of a
to get
sudden
Wolverine and she wants to get with Scott.
Did they say it though?
Yeah.
Why didn't they make that announcement?
It's in the comic book. That is a thing that they're in an open relationship, the three of them.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Also, Scott and Emma Frost. He had both of them at the same time.
Yes.
And they both knew about it.
Yeah.
Wild time. When you let Grant Morrison write a comic book, it's crazy.
You literally Emma Frost and Jean Grey, like they were having a mental threesome with Scott Summers.
But why is this so important though? Like you have several characters in the group of X-Men. You bring up this one character and say, "Oh, by the way, he's non-binary." But you have Beast.
Why
Rogue.
is it?
Oh, no, hold on.
Yeah,
you have Beast, Rogue, Wolverine, Magneto, Cyclops. You have other characters, but you focus on this one character and then change his appearance and then change his whatever.
Well, no, his appearance is in line with the comic book change. That happened in the comic book.
Okay, but why just all of a sudden now, boom? Why make that announcement?
I mean, they
why is it so important?
But somebody asked about Morph.
I want to know about the story. I don't want to know about they like they're bi or whatever. I don't want to know what they like, or
they asked,
just like in the bedroom.
Asked about Morph. They asked about Morph, and they
now it's someone asked about them. Sure,
I know.
I mean, I have the quote here.
I've seen the quote.
But at the end of the day, who cares?
They care apparently because they want to make all five people on Twitter happy.
You care that they care. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares if they care?
Well, I care to a point where like I'm spending my money on some app or whatever that, and if you put it all together, it's more than cable. I don't got time for that or money for that. Like
time for what?
Yeah, but the show's not about Morph. The show's about the X-Men.
I hope it's about the X-Men. I really hope so.
So because of that comment, you think it's gonna be about Morph?
I don't think it's gonna be. Well, I mean, they brought that up for a reason, so maybe Morph is gonna be a big player in this series.
Morph
he was kind of a big player in the first season. He died.
He's a big part of the animated series.
Yeah, so okay.
And his return was a big.
Why bring it up then? Like,
it's not him, it's they. Please,
Ed, let me.
Are we just checking boxes here?
Hold on.
That's the thing.
They said, "quote This is a lighter take on the character who is non-binary and has an interesting buddy relationship with Wolverine." How do you feel about that? There you go, Ed.
Now what are they saying about Wolverine?
Hey, he's open to it. Is all I'm saying.
Oh God! All of a sudden now.
Only Toe says it's just a personality trait. Think of it as an enhancement.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
That's
Male
all it is.
enhancement.
But who is this
Yeah.
for though?
Male enhancement.
Enhancement.
Who is
There
this
we
for
go.
though?
Well, you know when he can
Look,
morph.
the only thing I love about this that Disney always does is like anytime they want to make a statement when it's like, oh, the first whatever, binary, transgender, whatever, they always grab like the F tier like
right.
mutants. They never give it to like
never
a
give the
really
main
cool
person.
mutant. Yeah, exactly. Magneto only in the movies think was he in the movies gay?
No.
Or is it am I just thinking of the
if he
actor?
was,
No.
never really-
Oh no, I think they actually maybe somewhat alluded to it in the first X-Men movie. In the first X-Men movie, that he might
maybe
have
bi, right?
They had him have different peculiarities in the last X-Men movies or in the first X-Men series.
In the first,
yeah.
But
again, if let's say he was, who cares? Doesn't change the movie at all.
Who cares?
No,
I
do care actually, because then you'll think about how does Quicksilver get born? If he
shit,
like, is that really his child?
Artificially inseminated?
It's
somebody.
Easy. No, it's easy. Look, he has a very
Who was the surrogate?
iron heavy diet, and then he uses his like whatever to like move the jizz into like the woman.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Nice.
Exactly. Boom. I got it. Okay. Wow.
But he needs to make sure he eats a lot of iron pills.
He takes a lot of iron pills. Nice.
Well, so my thing is,
Ed, how do you feel about that?
Feel about what?
He's about to tell us
About whatever Green Turtle just said.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, about him controlling his iron-rich jizz in order to
count.
impregnate.
I have
semen
no
count, bud.
comment about that. No comment about that. You do what you want.
Magneto
No
semen count. That's the topic.
Do what you want or whatever. So all I'm saying is, like,
Magneto.
oh yeah, is there some metal in it or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, he turns them into discs like in the movie, and he walks.
Oh
on them.
my god!
Wow,
that's so nasty. Anyways, all right, guys, shut up.
All I'm saying is, I watch these films and series for the form of entertainment to escape from the reality of things that are going on. I don't want, and no one needs like real stuff, real drama, and stuff going on in the world in entertainment.
Okay, but
the word entertainment is entertainment. It's not.
Ed, okay, fine. How does it harm you personally?
It doesn't harm me. I'm just
okay.
I'm
how does it make your life worse?
It doesn't make my life worse. I'm just tired of paying. Hold on, I'm not done.
Then don't watch it. Hold on, don't watch it.
Well, apparently, who's this for? It's for us.
Exactly.
That's a very important point. You said us. Now, who defines us? Now, you said you try to watch these shows to escape from reality and so forth. Now, why is it not fair for somebody who is of a different persuasion of you to be able to also watch this stuff, to be able to escape from the reality that they see? They say
they can be enjoyed, entertained by it too. No one complained about what is it called? Infinity War. Like, oh, you know what? I don't like this movie because there wasn't a non-binary character in it, or there wasn't a pansexual character in it,
no, but
or a bi character in it. No one complained about that because it was entertainment for everybody. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Nobody was complaining about there being a non-binary thing. They just decided to make the character then.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So that's part of their story writing. It wasn't based to like a piece somewhere.
But there's a reason for that, though.
But Ed,
that's what you think.
But could you also admit, though,
that's what it's the reason.
This is not ultimately this is not your group, right? So obviously you are not.
I mean, these are some of the same things.
You're not transgender or anything of the sort. Yeah. So is it fair to say that you may not even be interested in these things or know about these things because you're not part of that group? So you might be ignorant.
I know people who have.
That's not what I'm saying. Not know people
in their lives.
I
know people.
That's anecdotal. That's the people around your small circle.
I can't say. I'm not transgender or bi or stuff like that, so I can't speak for them. But I know people who are of that lifestyle, whatever.
Right.
So
that's anecdotal. That's only a few people out of the possible thousands of hundreds of thousands.
Well, everyone's different. Like
so, everybody's
different. Everyone's different. You and me are black, and we like other music than hip hop and rap.
Whoa! You're giving out trade secrets.
Hold on.
Calm down, bud. I love hippity hop and rap.
I love hippity hop and rap and all that stuff too. Yeah. But other people who
you don't.
Yes, I do.
He does.
Other people
What's the last hip hop song you listened to?
Linkin Park. Boom. Mike Shinoda. Fort Minor.
That's not hip hop.
No, that's not hip hop.
Fort Minor is 100%
that
hip hop.
I recently listened to.
Oh, you guys are fake fans.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X.
Besides Eminem, besides 50 Cent, that was a few weeks ago.
No,
Besides,
Ed, you don't have to answer this. You don't have to prove what you listen.
Yeah.
Just
You
No,
have
I'm
to
not going to
prove it
prove. I'm
me.
just saying I like
You
more than
have to
just
prove
hold
it to
on.
me, bitch.
I like more than just rap and R&B and this the stereotypical what black people listen to or whatever. Now
Right.
there might be some people who are black who just listen to that stuff and might look at me differently, which they have before, like, oh, you listen to rock and EDM, you ain't black or
Can we
whatever.
ramp this up?
Like everyone is different. Just
Shut
like
up.
when wait, what?
No, just go. Keep going, Ed.
Everyone is different. So one non-binary or transgender person we may think different from another non-binary trans person.
Right. That's exactly my point. Thank you. That you might not be part of that circle who does care. So you can't say that no one does care.
But why is it a big deal? Like I don't care if
no one's making a big deal except for you.
No, some people make it a big deal.
Some people
make it deal.
But I mean, the
I'll say
majority of
this:
people
like
don't care.
you know the game Stellar Blade that's coming out pretty soon, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard the noise about that game? That some people are very angry because
you say some people. That's such a
okay.
vague thing.
Who cares?
I'll say a large amount of people on Twitter hate the game, even though the game's not even coming out. They hate the game because of the appearance of the main character, who is Korean, very pretty and very, some would say, sexualized.
Yes.
Now, it's a video game. Some people care about that. And even the model is based off of an actual real Korean model. Her face, they gave her some
And that ass?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I think that's cool. Like that's what games really should be. It's a fantasy. It's a game, but some people want the reality in entertainment. So some people would ask for a certain character to be realistic, de-uglified, as some would say. It's just
Uggo.
yeah, sure.
Keep the
say that.
Ugly.
Yeah, keep the
fucking
I only
Uggos
want
out of
ugly.
here.
Yeah.
I want the
Well,
Uggies on my game.
I'm just
That's
saying
having
Only Ted's over here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Mm.
having sex with a bear in Boulder's Gate is fine, but a real real Korean model who is scanned into a video game and given some, assets is a problem because she's too pretty. And I would say a lot of people who think that she's too pretty are hold on.
Who are you talking about?
Wait.
I'm just
Okay,
saying
hold
how
on.
I'm just saying how
So I stopped listening a little bit ago. I thought we were talking about music. And now we're talking about Asian models.
I'm talking about
That's going for the remix, guys. this is
I'm just saying how why do we need reality to be into entertainment that much where it's not even entertainment
because that's
anymore.
what people choose to watch. If people don't like watching it,
no
those
one
shows
likes
will not exist.
No one likes it.
Somebody likes
no
it.
one.
Somebody likes it.
Ed, it's your
look at the decline.
So you're telling me all these companies are just wanting to lose money, and that's why so many of these shows pop up because they love losing money.
No, they wanted to. I mean, if that was the case, they would change it up, but they haven't. I mean, look at the market.
Because it sells.
There's a level.
It doesn't sell. That's the thing. It's not making. It's not making enough money. It's not making.
There's a level of relatability that
it's not breaking out.
There's a level of relatability that you have to add it so it appeals to the audience. Like Peter Parker.
What though? What audience? Take the Marvels. Take the Marvels. The movie was directed by a woman, written by a woman, starred female co-star, female actors.
Right.
No females watched it.
Okay. Well, I mean,
who's the movie for?
Okay, let's say it was for females. Females didn't watch it, but they could still.
How many?
I don't know.
The majority were males that watched the movie.
Okay, sure, but
it was a low percentage of females. And people are crying out, "We want this in our movies. We want this in our movies." Then when the movie comes out, they don't watch it.
But why can't? Okay, so why can't they continue to attempt to make movies that appeal to females?
They can do that, but why you got to switch it up? They can do that. That's fine. Nothing's wrong with that. I'm just saying, why you got to switch up a character for that agenda on purpose?
We don't know if it's for that agenda.
It is.
How do you know?
Why? Because it's happening. It's been happening.
But it's a fictional character. Everything about him is made up.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a fictional character. Everything's made up. It's entertainment. So why bring your reality,
because that's relevant
into
right
it.
now. If you said something about non-binary,
I don't
like in
want to go to a
97,
movie theater or a TV show or see a TV show to be reminded of what's going on in the world. I go to see Star Wars, to see the Marvels or whatever, to escape, not to be reminded or be
I know,
talked down to me, but like, oh,
but there
men are
needs to be,
bad
there
or
needs
the
to be a
world
sense.
sucks. Just
Yeah, but I think you're looking too hard into it. There needs to be a
no,
sense of
it's not looking too hard
relatability.
to it. It's been happening for a while now.
Okay,
That's the
Ed,
thing.
list me the
It's
number of
not just the
non-binary. No,
Marvels.
list me the number of non-binary characters in entertainment. All
I
of
don't know. You tell
entertainment.
me.
No, you tell me,
I'm
because
not
it's
looking into
clearly
that.
way too much.
Well, some characters are changing. All of a sudden
Okay,
now
no,
Nightwing
list
is
me how
bi.
many
All of a sudden now
non-binary
Green
characters
Tuner's
are.
gay.
Okay, list me how you are losing
Huh?
your mind over Morph being
Green Tuner.
non-binary.
Wait,
So
No, because
Congratulations.
I just heard my name.
it's the
I'm
in
sorry, I
thing from
was so
Hollywood
checked
now.
out. I just heard
Even
my
though
name.
no
What
one likes
happened?
it.
Yeah, Green Tuner, congratulations for your coming out.
I'm gay.
apparently you're non-binary.
Can you?
Oh, that's cool.
Have you told your wife yet?
No, I'll tell her right now. I'm pretty sure she'll be perplexed, but yeah, I'm down.
All right, well,
Hey,
let's
do you
move on.
wanna
But
come
it's
by my house and
I'm good.
explore a few things?
I'm
Explore.
good.
he's open to it.
No. You guys were. Hey, you guys were. I was just letting y'all cook. Like, I don't know how the hell we got so far down the rabbit hole.
Because
This
someone
is
brought
why
it
I
up
hate
about
letting.
the X-Men
No.
97.
I'm
This
pretty
why I hate
satisfied,
let.
honestly.
No, I don't. I hate it. I hate when Ed cooks because he starts talking about something, then goes to God knows where, something completely unrelated. And
No,
every
it's
time I
related.
like care to
It's
listen,
related.
he's always talking about something.
It's
I
related.
have no idea where he goes.
It's related. It's all related. It's all the same.
All
It's just
okay,
I,
so
I
the
brought up
last
I brought out the
hour of
Marvels. I brought out Stellar Blade, and it's all related to
so
X-Men
that last
97.
hour long rant you had is it's all good solid points that are related to each other.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Okay,
So
Bandito Max says he missed it, but I can imagine. I'm sure. Onito says, pretty much you have to taste Magneto's concoction for metal.
oh yeah.
That's nasty. But he says he's down to let Ed cook. Well, seeing how he went from, we've let Ed cook for a while now, and Ed was cooking. I mean, wow.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Morph to be in a pride flag in that show.
I can't. Wait. No, I really hope
And it
Morph.
might happen too.
I hope Morph gets a bigger role in it. I mean, I feel like in the '97 show, if Morph did show up, I felt like Morph probably got killed relatively quickly. If
he's a meme
first
character
episode,
in the show, though.
Not in the first show, again, because I watched this damn thing. Morph showed up in the very first episode and was killed within 3 minutes by a sentinel.
Yeah.
Yep.
The reason they did that is to kind of prove a point, and that was his only purpose initially. Now, what they turned him into, I guess they put him in a comic book and made him relevant.
No, he was back in he was in season 2 of the show.
Was he? How did they bring him back?
He was Mr. Sinister brainwashed him and turned him against the X-Men.
Okay.
So he's relevant to the animated series. He's very important.
I do remember. Yeah.
Remember he had his bags under his eyes and he's really like weirded out.
Yeah, but he's like, because he's like Mystique, right? Like he's a Mystique.
Yeah,
like
he's shapeshifter.
Yeah. So like
shapeshifter.
I remember.
That's
he was tricking people. And thinking he was going to X.
Tricking, huh?
Yeah, he was tricking.
Wow.
He's a trickster.
He turned into a woman. He turned into a man. And
that's your Wolverine.
No,
you're non-binary now.
He's writing him like cowgirl style, and he turns into Morph the dude.
Well, let me just before we jump off this real quick, shapeshifter character. Do they even have a single gender? I mean, we just found out that
Mystique.
Well,
Mystique became a man. Yeah, because she can produce a male part.
If you watch
look
the
at
boys,
Mystique, look at Shang Tsung, look at the boys. I mean,
Shang Tsung.
Yeah, Shang Tsung. He is a
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung fluid.
Shang Tsung. He's a guy who can shift into anyone he wants.
Yes. Okay, so a good example, like in the boys, right? The boys, Green Tuner, you remember this? The Homelander went to a cabin, and he was getting the meanest dome of his life. From a shapeshifter who was a male, but he turned into a woman, and like he would transform, like Homelander was so fine with him doing what he was doing, and then when he would change into a man, he would be like, "Oh no, turn back," and then he would change. And then in the last scene, he actually changed into Homelander. So Homelander started giving oral
to Homelander.
So the shapeshifter Homelander was giving.
Homelander gave Domelander.
No, Domelander. Yeah. So yeah, like it's very often that shapeshifters. I feel like I've seen another movie or something like that where a shapeshifter was doing the same thing and was very confused on
I don't know what site you're looking at or talking about, but
I mean, I have no shame.
But of all the characters, would it make sense for a shapeshifter to be non-binary?
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense.
Wouldn't it make sense?
That's what happens. And
not really. But
I'm not going to explain.
Not really.
No, in Gen.
I mean, hey,
it's a shapeshifter.
Your opinion.
So if it's a true shapeshifter, what if they don't really have like an actual
sex?
They
have no set gender.
Well, like
there's
no
gender.
The gender they prefer.
Gen V, they do this.
Hold on. If a shapeshifter gets hit or dies, don't they turn back into their original form?
There's some shapeshifters that will just die in the form that they take.
Yeah,
exactly. It's correct, right? So if Morph or Shang Tsung got
but you know what's going on in Morph's pants?
No, but from the Morph that I remember in the cartoon,
what episode did you watch?
Cartoon, he is a guy.
What episode did you watch, bud?
He is a guy.
Remember the special episode with
the shower episode.
Full schlong.
No, that's the one you guys saw.
Okay, but so like a good example, like Gen Z or Gen V, which is the boys spinoff. They have a character on there who is was I think naturally born a girl, but has the special powers to change to two different forms. So they call themselves bigender. They feel their parents wanted them to be a boy, so they changed from a girl to a boy.
Calm down, Ed. Calm down.
He's getting angry. He's about to choke himself out.
Talk about going to rabbit holes. We're talking about Morph, and then I started talking about Stellar Blade and the Marvels. And now you guys talking about.
We started talking about Morph. Like you're going off into bears having sex with people. Like I don't know where you went to.
Yeah, people.
We're talking about Morph still.
We're talking about Morph. We're still talking about
when it comes to Stellar Blade, like she's too pretty.
It is kind of unfair though. Now that you think about it, because like Morph, let's say he turns himself into a dude, he can give himself like a 15-incher hog. You know what I mean? Like there's no limit to what he can do.
You know who else has that ability? Plastic Man. Yeah. Plastic Man, this is the DCU. Now we're switching, but DCU Plastic Man, he can literally do anything. So
that is true.
Who else is in the DCU?
What?
I wish Ed was a shapeshifter. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, he's
he's already my best friend. But if Ed was a shapeshifter,
Ed.
Well, we don't need to do all that. You can just put Ed into a maid outfit, and then he's.
he's already technically a shapeshifter for us.
He's all one to me.
The master of
he is. He has that delicate skin. You know, he's
weird.
He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
He literally. I mean,
weird fantasies. Dream. I'm just saying, I want to be entertained, not preach to or talk down to. If I want that, I can go watch a religious movie or whatever.
You can.
I came to see X-Men. Or Spider-Man or whatever.
You just want to do things that are natural, God-given things.
No, I just want to be
we've had since for like the past 67 years in cinema. Like if they're straight, that's cool. Like sex scenes, awesome. As long as it's two straight people.
Yep, non-guys don't exist.
There's sometimes I don't want to see a sex scene or whatever. Sometimes it's not even needed. They just kind of throw it in there, like, oh, okay, whatever. Or even like,
he's fair. Hey, that's fair. He doesn't want to see anybody and care about anybody's gender or relationships or sexual orientation. He just wants to.
Well, no, there's a way. I want to be entertained with a good written story. I don't want to be preached to or talked down to like, oh, men are bad.
Damn right, brother.
Whatever. I just want to be entertained. If I wanted to be preached to whatever, I could watch a religious movie.
Hell yeah, this is
when they actually
can we put a stop to this?
Can
we just get to the reviews?
I don't want to be
going back into this damn hole.
Good.
That's why I was like,
part of this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we're pushing 2 hours and we haven't even talked about any topic yet.
Oh my god,
we gotta pull the extreme ejection button here.
Who asked me this question and you knew we were gonna get the answer? So
hell yeah, bro.
Oh well, this was gold, but either way.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. Finally getting to our main topic. For
Man,
Batman,
it was a struggle to get here.
Yeah, I mean, but we had two big banger topics to discuss, so I mean, I'm not
That
surprised.
is true. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a multi-part episode. I think we're gonna make this a part 13.1 and 13.2. This is gonna come out in parts.
Yeah.
I mean,
For
we could make Batman History Month its own episode for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
All right, so for Batman History Month, for
the reason for the season,
the second episode for the season of Batman History Month, we reviewed Batman versus Robin and what was it? Son of Batman.
Son of Batman.
The
sequel was Batman versus Robin.
Batman versus Robin. I need to update the title because I forgot we did two. So yeah, we watched the first one and the sequel, which goes down the storyline of Damian Wayne.
Damian Wayne, based on the Grant Morrison story.
Yep, he is the love child of Talia and Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne obviously didn't know about Damian Wayne for many years, for pretty much 10 years. And then as Ra's al Ghul got attacked and the League of Shadows was under attack, Talia took her son to the only person that she knew would keep him safe, which is Bruce Wayne Batman. So we watched the first movie, which kind of outlined the beginning of Damian Wayne coming into Bruce's life and him assuming the role of Robin, which was pretty cool. You can watch this on Max. All the other things that we reviewed for Batman History Month, outside of Madam Web, which we'll review next week, will be able to be seen on Max. So if you have a Max subscription, you can follow along with us, watch that, and come back and talk to us, or at least listen to what we said and maybe talk about it next week. But yeah, Son of Batman. First, Darkseid really got us confused, or at least got me confused, because he said Batman and Son, or something like that, and I was.
There's a reason why. The comic, series, the comic run, the storyline that this is based on, is called Batman and Son.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
Yeah, it sounds like you didn't do your due diligence.
Fucked up.
Just a minute. Like. Wow.
yeah. No, it is called Batman and Son. So that's why I've always thought of it as Batman and Son. But Son of Batman, Batman and Son, it's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, am I supposed to read the comic? Like, is this like a weird mix? But now you told us that everything was on Max, so I blindly believed you on that. So I was looking for it. I couldn't find it, and I thought I was being dumb. And it was funny because I'm the only one that said anything in the group chat. So I'm thinking like, weird. Maybe somebody, nobody else was watching it, and I was the only person trying to keep on top of it. I don't know, but
I'm glad you caught it and you asked the question. We made the quick correction.
Yes.
So
yeah. But, I loved it. I thought this reminds me of, I don't say premium Batman animation, but is premium Batman animation.
Can we? Let's talk about both movies. We don't need to break it up, right? I mean, we can. It kind of feels like it's almost one movie with a break in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It feels very organic. Same kind of team that does it. I'd forgotten about this. What was your take on this? Damian is a product of rape. Do you guys feel that?
Yes.
Now Batman wasn't too angry about it, but
no, he didn't stop. He wasn't like,
he didn't say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you. No. He was like, "Do you remember that night?" She's like, "I remember that night."
Oh, she straight up said, "You drugged me."
You drugged me. Yeah, she's like,
"You didn't say no."
Yeah, she said, "Oh, it wasn't all bad." He was like, "No."
Now reverse the roles.
Reverse the roles. Like, Ed, do you have a thought on that?
Yeah.
Great. So
what was the question again?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What was the question?
So
ask me the question.
No, I'm good.
No, what was it?
For the sake of time. I thought this was a great two movies, honestly. And I agree. It felt like it was just one long run. And honestly, it kind of was. I mean, it felt like a theatrical type of release, where I think the first one was released in like 2013 and the second one 2015. So it felt organic, honestly, with just a minor break in between. Loved it. I think I liked the whole Court of Owls a little bit more.
The second part.
The second part, I liked that a little bit more. Only because
much more.
Okay, maybe much more. Yeah, it was a lot better. Mainly because of the fact that I felt Batman was truly challenged. In the first one, I didn't feel like Batman was challenged at all. It was more of a
the challenge for him was parenthood.
Parenthood,
like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like him was like man, like damn, I gotta be a dad now. This shit sucks. like but the second one, I'm like, okay, Batman's actually actively in here. Nightwing actively in here. Robin actively in there. Even Alfred was getting it. He was active. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah,
if you liked, like, they, like I said, it's based on a comic book where they introduced Damian the same way, but not for the same reason. And in the movie, I thought, when someone comes up to you and say, "Hey, this is your son," Batman took it relatively like, "Yeah, all right." I mean, he was like, he
blood
relatively
tests?
was, yeah, cool. In the comic, yeah, trust me, there's blood tests. Batman's a little bit skeptical of the situation. Not that he doesn't trust Talia or the League of Assassins, or
Batman skeptical? Nah.
So I mean, in the comic, there's a little more expands on the story a little bit.
Did he go to Maury, or did he go to like paternity court or something like that to find out that if he's the father or not?
No, they didn't make it on the episode of
Damn it,
Maury.
Yeah.
But it turns out the Batcave does have a fully functioning fraternity set and everything. So
yeah, of course, it's got everything.
Yeah, like let me swap your mouth real quick, and I'm just gonna play this random thingamadigger.
He sends it to 23andMe.
Waits
for the results
with this giant machine, and then you see him in the corner. Shit.
Yeah.
Gets the results out. It's like, all right.
I thought that was weird. I thought that was a little weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if some random woman, I mean, granted, they hadn't banged in like 10 years, hadn't seen this woman in 10 years, almost 11 years, and coming down saying, "Hey, I got this, mystery child for you," I would be a little skeptical as a billionaire playboy philanthropist. Like, hey, like, ooh, this is kind of awkward. Like, real convenient. Where's your father? And especially, I don't know if you guys remember. At one point, Ra's al Ghul took over Talia's body. At one point,
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, it was a Batman Beyond. No, it's not Batman Beyond.
It was Batman Beyond.
Was Batman Beyond? Oh, okay. Because then I'll be like, damn, like Raj, you were letting me get in your guts.
Now is Ed is Batman non-binary? Is the question now?
Oh no.
At this rate, they probably they probably changed it at this point. I mean, they did say what's his face is bi now, Nightwing. So I don't know. Maybe tomorrow.
They say that? Did they say Nightwing's bisexual?
Yeah. That's why he has 2 rods, dude.
Okay.
So I mean,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's what he was doing.
Yeah,
and the newest rendition, the rods are actually like sloppy. They just fling everywhere.
Yeah, right.
They're not solid like in the first one. They're made out of rubber, I believe.
Yeah, he calls them bad dragons. I don't know where that name came from, but I mean, it's just what it is.
All right, Ed, calm down. It's only in Gotham Knights, apparently, in the video game.
It's in Gotham Knights?
Yeah, in the video game.
Oh, it's about a comic book. Okay.
Yeah, calm down, Ed. Calm down.
Really? No wonder that. Did that game actually succeed? I don't think it did it?
No, Gotham did not. It failed horribly.
Yeah, it failed. Yeah. But people, I know Bandito
Mac. I have it. I haven't even touched it again.
Yeah, Bandito Mac, he's played it, and I think he said he enjoyed it. So, I mean, there's people that enjoyed it. It's just it didn't receive the rave success.
People wanted that game to be a Batman
Arkham
successor, an Arkham
Knight successor.
Yeah,
you know what people want: Batman.
Yeah,
Batman. Go figure. People wanted Batman.
The one thing that they want, Batman. He dies.
People were like, "Oh, how about we kill Batman?"
It's like having a Superman game where you get to play Lois Lane
and just file papers after they play it. Like quick time event, like a quick time event.
Like a bait and switch. Huh?
Oh, you get to play Crypto the dog. All right, cool.
Yeah, awesome. They get to play. What's that guy's name? Jimmy.
Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen, yeah.
It's by Perry White.
Yeah. Man, this is awesome.
But yeah, no. So, Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. Of all the Robins that exist, he's my favorite.
He is.
He, love hate. He's the most brutal, and they showed a little bit of that. And like I said, the comic is a great place. He beats nearly to death Nightwing the first time they meet.
Yeah, he does.
So I mean, that's same in the comic, and in the comic though, he almost cripples Alfred, I believe, just because Alfred's trying to be like, no, you're listening to your father. He's like, screw you, old man. So that relationship of his learning to respect Batman's rules and that deprogramming of Damian, it's a real good comic book. Like that run is real interesting. But I think they did a good job in the movies. These two movies, they did a good job translating that.
Yeah, I think so too.
This series both of these movies remind you, at least me, like you said, what a good character Damian is, especially because typically the characters that have like a redemption arc or some kind of like change or maturity or something are always characters that just resonate with people. So like one that I can think of unrelated to this would be Game of Thrones. What's the one guy that was like super evil at the beginning and pushed out the one kid out of the tower?
Jamie
Lannister, yeah, super villain, super hated and everything. And he has such a crazy redemption arc that by the end you were loving him.
Yeah.
So we, same with Damian. Obviously not as harsh, but it is cool, and I like also how very much like they made him like his mother, where they're like very direct. They tell you exactly what they're thinking, and Batman is the same way, but not as like cold about things. And Batman can be cold. The only thing I didn't specifically like too much, which I don't know, maybe it is from the comics, was unmasked Deathstroke. I'm not a big fan, especially how they drew him. The way they drew his face and everything was just it's like I was watching like just a fucking octogenarian with crazy outfit on. I would have liked it more if they just kept the mask on the whole time. Personally, is that something they carried over from the comic, or?
I mean, he takes his mask off quite often in the comic book. Yeah, I mean, but he's always done that. He's got that white hair and the goatee and the eye patch.
Yeah, I thought that was something special.
No, the thing is, I've seen him unmasked in plenty of other like animations, but the way that they drew him in this one specifically, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just wasn't a fan of his facial features.
I didn't like Deathstroke's presentation. I didn't like the voice actor for Deathstroke either. Also didn't like Ra's al Ghul. I'll be honest with you.
No, Ra's al Ghul, I really hated. Tremendously.
And I like Talia's. Like, I mean, she looked great, but the voice did not fit. Like, she needed to be like have that Mediterranean kind of accent that makes her like
almost
sense?
Like make her like exotic. She always was always in the comic books and even in the animated series.
She was beloved, it's always like there's a little like foreign touch to that.
She was always exotic. You always felt like she was an exotic person to Batman.
Well, they're supposed to be almost like Middle Eastern, right?
Middle Eastern.
Or something to that extent.
They should be Middle Eastern, or I mean, they're not white. That's it.
They're not white, but they're like that because like
What if they change it up?
I mean, they could. It doesn't really.
Well, they
matter.
could.
They did. We didn't like it.
In Batman Begins, they did.
And in Batman Begins, and in Dark Knight Rises, Talia was.
Oh yeah, exactly. She was French.
Yeah. You got anything to say about that, Ed?
She was French?
Great. Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, no. Go on if you want to continue going.
No, go ahead.
I didn't think she was French, but go on.
I mean, I just feel like you have a particular, like, really hard stance about that. But anyhow.
I didn't know she was French. I thought she was Mediterranean.
Oh, you didn't pick up on that crazy-ass French accent she has? So what's her name? I forgot.
I mean, I heard an accent, but I didn't hear a French accent.
Go on. Marion Cotillard.
Cotillard.
Yeah, no, I felt like Talia. For me personally, Talia was fine. Roz was, I hated his character. I hated the voice
Talia was
acting.
fine, yeah.
Yeah. Deathstroke, I was fine with it. It was, I liked the voice actor. I thought that voice actor wasn't bad.
I didn't fit with me. I think I've heard a way better Deathstroke, and that's ruined me for.
Yeah, the one from Teen
Arkham
Titans.
Games.
Or Teen Titans.
That
was a fucking awesome Deathstroke voice.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
And it's just the design. Whoever the artist that they picked, I wish they would have designed his face a little better.
Now, did they change?
Costume sucked too.
Did they change the story of Talon? Now, I thought I remember Talon was supposed to be like this old man who's like 100 years old, right?
Yeah. No, all the stories are totally different. both stories are adapted from other stories, and they
Right.
make radical changes.
Yeah, that's why I felt. I was like, this doesn't. I was watching the second one, and when they were bringing up the Court of Owls, I'm like, something doesn't. I'm like, I don't remember everything that happened, but from the comic, but I was like, this feels drastically different, and I was like, this doesn't feel like, I don't think Talon. This is the right Talon. They kind of
I think they
reversed it.
had parts of his origin, but they like you're right. He's an old man and they're like zombified humans. They're like in these preserved costumes, and that's what
Yeah,
I think he was trying to do to Damien. I don't remember. But yeah. It's like based in what you remember, but they made wild changes
yeah.
to make the
I
movie.
just like, because it felt weird. I was like, I don't think I'm like, I thought it was kind of cool because they made him like a mini Batman, and like almost
Yeah.
like in age and like stature and like ability. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But I was like, no, I'm like, I remember in the comic book, like he's supposed to be like Batman, but much more ruthless because he's been around for, like 100+ years and pretty much just skipping through time almost.
Yep.
And so that was the one thing I was like, okay, this feels weird, but
He's
it
more like
felt
the
right.
Winter Soldier than he is the
Yes.
like
I was
But yeah,
like,
no, you're absolutely right. And I think, like I say, I love the Court of Owls. Like, so when Gotham Knights, and I think I've probably talked about this, but when Gotham Knights was being teased, before we knew what Gotham Knights was, they teased a lot of Court of Owls imagery. And it was like, oh, the next Batman game from WB. And they showed like a lot of Court of Owls stuff. And I was like losing it. I was like, man, our Batman Arkham game with Court of Owls in a next gen Gotham City. I can't wait. And we ended up getting Gotham Knights, and like it's been like I think Court of Owls is one of the coolest additions to Batman lore that's happened recently.
it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and it gets better and better the more deeper you dig into it. But this movie, I think it dabbled a little bit. I don't think they got their due for the best possible story they could have pulled out of it. They connected a lot of things um, just for the runtime and made it a little bit faster.
Sure.
But I think they could have easily turned this into 2 movies because there's a whole Batman discovering that Court of Owls is a whole cool movie on its own, and them like psychologically destroying Batman to convert him over, like that's the idea is really cool.
Yeah, and
So
then I believed in the comic book they already knew that Bruce Wayne was Batman the entire time.
Yeah.
So that's what the one thing I didn't like in this one. They kind of did that weird, like, oh, Damien, show yourself. Oh my goodness, like 2 people knew, and that was it. I was like in the court, I was like, and then when they did the whole thing with Bruce Wayne bringing him in, I'm like, this is weird. I'm like, Corey Allen should already know that he's Batman. So I'm like, why are they playing this like psychological game of like, hey, well, we're dealing with the other guy, and they didn't know who he was. I mean, they were talking about the other guy, meaning Batman. They didn't know who he was. I was like, I felt that was weird too. So yeah, I need to go back and read. I need to read about that. Read the comic again because
it was better.
Yeah, a lot. It was definitely phenomenal. I know.
Well, I mean, it usually is, right? Because they have more time to like really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Tell a story, and then the movies will always be a condensed version of a bunch of issues.
But you know what? It would have been a great Court of Owls introduction, and Ed is probably gonna bust several fat ones. But if Christopher Nolan had continued on with the Batman series, where Batman didn't necessarily blow himself up or blow himself up, like having a Court of Owls afterwards and really trying to, like, after Gotham's kind of healed from this and having Court that I feel like that was the perfect movie or the perfect series to actually do a Court of Owls. I know with the new Batman, everybody
they could still do with the newer Batman.
I think it would have been better than the thing we had with Bane.
Yeah, I think Ed is kind of right. They kind of did that. The League of Shadows kind of served that function in those movies. Like they were doing all the things that the Court of Owls would have done. But I absolutely agree. I would love to see the Court of Owls in the Matt Reeves Batman movies. I think they would fit really nicely because there's a lot of like lore with the Waynes, and they've established like a
and it's a very grounded like society. It's just like the Illuminati or something where like it's just people with like secretive societies and things. It's not like
I definitely think
the first movie where you had flying monkeys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like this is but the
like
thing
a
is
Wizard of Oz.
to do the Matt Reeves Batman, you would the only problem with that is that Batman will start going into the supernatural, which is
not necessarily
Court of Owls. You can bypass
tie it in
the Court of the supernatural stuff and make it more like what's that octopus or whatever from 007?
I know what you're talking about, but
that organization that had the octopus as their logo. Spectre. So you can make it like a Spectre, where it's just a bunch of rich people trying to do something.
Yeah. You can absolutely.
You can't. I mean, you can't change that. But I say like to have a Talon, somebody who can go actual toe to toe with Batman. I think that would be.
But they've all. I'm like almost 90% sure that's where they're going, because they've remember in that movie. It's been a while since I watched it. Somebody conspired to kill Bruce Wayne. Somebody rigged the election. Somebody's controlling all these. I forgot the names of the like programs that like Wayne had set up, and somebody's manipulated. So there is a shadowy organization that runs Gotham City, and Bruce Wayne is going to solve his parents' murder. That's where they're going to, and I think that organization is probably going to be the Court of Owls.
One thing that pissed me off is they already killed Alfred. I'm like, how the hell in the first movie you kill Alfred?
Is he dead?
Yeah, they killed him. In the Matt Reeves one?
No, he's not. No,
I thought he died.
No, he don't.
No, he survives. He gets the bomb,
he survives.
But he survives.
Honestly, I haven't seen that movie in so long. I thought they killed him off. I don't know why it's
fake out.
I feel like that stuck with me so heavily. Okay, never mind then. Whew. All right. Good thing they say the Pennyworth. But yeah, no, I mean, I think the whole concept of Court of Owls, especially now thinking of it as a live action, gets me more excited because honestly, dealing with the Joker, I think we're at a point now. I think for us, we're kind of jokered out. We have Joker 2 coming out, obviously.
The three of us are very jokered out for a separate reason.
Yes.
We can't fucking take this shit anymore.
Oh my God.
I've never wanted to punch a physical human being in my life. We don't need to get any further than that.
And
shut up.
What human are you referring to?
Yeah.
You know what,
guys? You guys don't understand.
Hold on. Can I just give a big FU to Bendito Mac? I just read the chat, and I think he's the one that set the seed for Ed to start his horse shit.
Well, looks like at least someone has good taste.
Yeah. Bandito Max says, and when talking about the new Christopher Nolan Batman, if he was doing it with Bale, talking about if he cast Ed to dub the Joker's voice, right? And then of course
paid attention and remembered that I asked what time.
Yes.
In the morning.
You guys don't understand.
This is what he sends us outside of the show.
Outside the show.
I
So
use a knife.
In our actual group
Guns
chat,
are too quick.
he literally
can't savor the
oh God.
little emotions, especially when they're so close.
See, the thing is, it's funny when he does
now,
this.
Be careful, Green Tutor.
Yeah, Green Tutor, be careful.
Green Tutor, be careful.
Look at me. Look at me.
Or who's that? Green Tutor is that?
You see, there comes a time in everyone's life, like right now, where you have to admit your losses, only to gain something even more, something worse for some. You see, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the current.
He literally sends this to us in our group chat. He'll answer us. Like we'll ask a question or we'll talk about something and ask the Joker. And it's like he'll send voice chats. Like the rest of us are just typing away. And here comes the underground. As soon as I see
you all do it too.
We don't.
We do it?
No. Green Tuner did it once. I think Green Tuner
I'll
did
do it
once.
just to make fun of you, but it's not like I'm seriously trying to do the voice.
Yeah, you pretty much take his voice now and then just be like, and he'll just change it up a little bit. But Ed would get full into Joker mode, and once it starts, it doesn't stop. He will send 3, 4, 5 messages back to back to back, and he'll respond to everything we say in the Joker voice. And it gets to a point where, well, it's funny because one day I was in my bedroom and I played it, and my wife was like, "Who the hell is that?" I was like, "That's Ed." She was like, "That's Ed?" She was actually really impressed. She's like, "It sounds like he has like some mental condition, like he has the downs or something like that." I was like, no, that's just him being the Joker.
I mean, she's somewhat right.
She's right. But no, I'm kidding. False. She was like,
so the first time I actually did that voice, I actually did it for college, and I got a very good grade for it because it was
a very good grade for it.
Yeah. I passed.
A very good grade.
Passed.
That's what he got.
Technically, he passed.
Hey, can I ask you a question though?
Possible answer, depending on the question.
When did you go to school? What year was this?
College. This was maybe 7 years ago.
7 years ago?
Maybe. When was Joker? Not Joker. When was Dark Knight released?
It was like 2008.
Yeah, 2008.
2008. Okay, 2008. So it was a few years after that. Then I made.
So 2011.
Maybe I did a project where we had to do what is it called? The term is called sound design.
Okay.
So we actually did our own sound. We, for broken glass, we actually used broken glass or stuff like that. For like body punches, we use sand or like
you
spaghetti.
punch each other.
Or like
he's like everything's like
sound
literal.
of a fist like hitting. No, that's part of sound design. Or like the sound of a fist hitting like a meaty face. We use like spaghetti and stuff like that. And Mortal Kombat does that too. So one of the projects we did that I did those samples that I mentioned, I actually did the Joker voice. And some people actually thought it was from the movie because I did some of the lines and some people thought it was the movie. I got a good grade for it. So
the reason why I asked what year it was, so we're going to say 2011, 2013 at the latest, is that we've listened to this for 10 plus years of his Joker voice. So for everybody, so some people are like, "Oh my god!" Like Bandito Max obviously trolling because he's heard this a dozen times. He's just trolling us at this point by continually reinforcing Ed doing this,
encouraging Ed to do this horseshit.
Like, but for everybody else, you guys are hearing this and be like, "Oh my goodness, Ed is so amazing! Ed, you have so much skill." And we're just like, "Ed, please stop. Like, just answer the damn question." Like, we were like, "Ed, hey, what time you want to go out to get something to eat?" Well.
Like, you guys are saying I could do it like every day. I don't do it every day. I'd maybe do it once a month.
You did this today.
You did last podcast.
The message today.
Bullshit. Last podcast.
Not every day.
I literally cut you off.
Didn't you ask for it, or someone asked for it? Didn't they?
We didn't ask for it.
No, we didn't.
But
you damn liar.
There have been times where even you've even asked for it. Am I wrong?
Maybe for maybe
Halloween. To be an asshole, but it hasn't been recent.
It was to close out the podcast.
Yeah, to close out the podcast.
It was you, 86. It was you who asked for it.
Whoa, you're giving out personal information. Calm down. It's not that serious.
Wait a minute. Here it is too.
Olito says,
"All right, ladies and
hold on.
Want to go ahead and take us out, man?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, those
do it in the Joker voice.
Who was that?
What? Do it in the Joker voice. Do it in the Joker voice.
Yeah. We all asked for that.
Here we go. There's no way to mess it up. Just do it. There's literally nobody here except for us. Go ahead and do it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Blrd podcast. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, can we get back to reviewing this show?
The fact that you record that was like the highlight. Yes, that was great. We all said that you have great skills. Only Toe says, "Ed, your mouth and lips have some serious skills." His mouth, they do. I've never seen them
for the ladies. Yeah,
I've never seen a man
for everybody.
Yeah,
not just for the ladies.
Is ready to eat for.
I'm not morph or whatever. It's just for the ladies.
That's not how it works. But anyways,
for the ladies, it works very well. Go on.
So yeah, I thought this was a good. Dark Side, thank you for recommending this. Oh, we have a Flux Joe. When are you? When are y'all gonna invite guests on the show? Probably never.
Jump
I've
on.
spoken about
Jump
that.
on. Who cares?
Yeah,
jump
you know,
I've
what, jump
spoken
on. You
about
know
that.
what? Call
All right,
in
come
right
on,
now.
Flux
We'll do
Joe.
that
Yeah.
call in.
Yeah.
We'll do the call in
Yeah.
episode, and we'll
Let's
get
do it.
everybody on board.
What's your
Yeah.
question, Flux?
Yeah. Well, no, say your question, and then we'll do it live one day, and we'll answer questions. Oh, that's gonna be scary.
And maybe give some possible answers, but it all depends.
Nobody
on
asked for it, so
all right. Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Hate
so
some
Get to
more.
Blurry's, please.
yes,
Blurry,
Dark Side.
okay.
Thank you for recommending
Separately,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
this. Let's do it all together.
I had
What?
to separate them.
All right, fine, separate.
Okay.
All right. Son of
The
Batman.
first one, I'll give it a 6.
What's the first one?
The one where
Son of Batman.
Son of Batman.
Son of
Oh.
Batman.
Okay.
The second one, I'll give it a 9.
What's
I
in the
really
second
enjoyed
one?
it. That's the one with the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
All right, Ed.
I liked it because how damn violent it was. It was really like crazy violent. It was good.
Oh, you said violent. Oh, I think you said balanced.
Yeah. No, violent. Sorry.
Violent,
My
violent,
accent.
okay.
Violent. Yeah, it was
Violent.
very violent.
Okay. Ed, go ahead and give you a score.
The first one, Son of Batman. I'll give it a 7. I like the brutality of Robin.
Wait, you watched them?
Yeah.
I thought you
More
said you
than
didn't
once.
watch them.
No, I watched them.
Ed can't
not
review
today.
nothing. He can't review it unless he watches it, guys. Come on.
Okay. All right.
That is true.
That's true.
So what'd you give
Anyways.
the first one?
The first one is 7. I love the brutality of Robin. Not the best story, but it was all right for what it is. And the Court of Owls, I love the Court of Owls story. Just the thought of like having an underground billionaires just doing what they do. I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
Copy.
So-
The animated series, the animated movies don't really miss that much. So
They really don't.
Yeah, it's rare. Well, DC. Let's specify.
DC.
DC movies don't
Yes.
really rarely miss.
Yeah, that's true. I would give the same thing. Like you guys said, I'd give probably a 7. First one, 7.5. The second one, I would give it a solid 9 as well. It was very solid. And if I combine the score, then yeah, it'd be just the in between, 8.25 or whatever. So really good.
Yeah, I would say 8 and 8.5.
Oh,
Okay.
Respectively. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. We're good on the better end of Batman animated movies.
Yeah, this is so far of all the Batman animated movies we've seen, this is probably the better, especially the last one.
These are the better ones.
The last one just really elevated for me. Like I said, the first one was a little too kooky for me. I'm assuming that comes from the comic with the mutants, like the gorilla with the tiny wings.
Oh yeah.
I forgot he was fighting. He was fighting man bats. I forgot all about.
Yeah, he was
that.
fighting all these
Oh,
like weird
yeah.
shit. Yeah, and I was like, like it was like bombastic. But the second one, the Court of Owls really did it for me.
I did like the
especially
fact,
Talon, man. Talon's fucking cool.
Yeah,
He
Talon
rips the one guy's heart out and shit. The
Yeah,
toy
that was
maker.
cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
I did like the callback though in the first one, when the man bats first showed up and he was like, he had that familiar like man bats, like, oh, I gotta deal with them again. Or deal with that.
A lot of man bats.
I was like, that's kind of funny. Like I feel like that's a callback for like animated series type of Batman. If you really know about it.
Man Bat always shows up at random times. Comics, video games, you name it.
Well, because it's such a meme enemy. Like,
He was in
It
Arkham
is
too.
meme worthy, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the Arkham game. One of the Arkham
Yeah, that's what I'm
games.
saying.
Yeah.
Like
He's in Arkham
he
Knight,
just
yeah, it's
randomly appears in various places.
Yeah,
It's cool.
he's never like a main character, like except for like an anime series. you know.
Animated series, great
Yeah.
episode.
In the
That's
animated
one
series,
of
yeah,
the
he had
greatest
some. That was such a cool episode.
Yes, it
Dude,
was.
that toy. Did you guys have that toy? I always
No.
wanted the Man
Not
Bat
the
toy,
toy.
but I could never get it.
I always wanted
The
it as a
animated
kid.
series Man Bat toy was so fucking cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest episodes, especially like Batman trailing behind him on his
Flips.
foot. Yeah, he's doing all the flips. That was so cool. But yeah, that's the one thing. That's the one thing I like about these anime movies, and The one thing I never noticed, like I remember when these were coming out, I thought these were stupid, right? Because I'm like, we're getting like other really good Batman movies. We came off of the Christopher Nolan movies for a couple years. We got Man of Steel. We were starting to get Justice League and all this other stuff building up and the hype. And I was like, why would I ever watch a cartoon? This is dumb as shit. Now I feel like I missed out on so much. I'm kind of glad, and like a lot of stuff I'm watching for the first time, so I'm really glad that these are getting offered up for BHM outside of like movies and whatnot. Because movies we've all seen, but yeah, this is new for me. So yeah, really good stuff.
All right.
All right. And with that, anything else?
I'm afraid to have Ed take us out at this point.
No, we know it's coming.
Ed doesn't kill you. Simply
No.
makes you
Take us out.
stranger.
No.
I promise you, I will cut you off again.
Take us out.
I will cut you off.
You asked for it last time, didn't you?
No, but we're not
week
asking.
You guys say, "Oh, Ed does it all the time," but you guys are asking
last
for it.
time.
No,
You
no
guys
one's
are
asking.
Ed, take us out as non-binary morph.
I don't know how.
Hey, you're doing a great job.
Sounds
You're
like
doing it right now.
Great job.
Well,
Beautiful.
one, I'm not morph.
Beautiful.
Two, I am.
Wow,
Ed,
non-binary.
so
yeah, you
good.
sold me, man. These are good skills.
I'm a straight, very
crap.
handsome.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what morph would do.
You're nailing it.
To pretend to morph into a straight.
Whoa, that's
These
meta.
weird fantasies you guys have.
We already know Ed's got that bussy, all right? He's already morphed himself, so
you only wish. You only wish.
All right,
go ahead.
The only person
Take us out.
Really?
No,
turn
please.
into.
No, let him take us out. Let him do it.
All right, go for it. Get out of your system.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 113 of the Blrd podcast. You can find us on all major platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, even Amazon. It reminds me I have to get a few things off of Amazon. Maybe some knives. You know the one thing about knives? You can cut the person next to you and feel all the emotions, the things you can't feel with guns.
I just read a comment right now, and
What
I
is
can't
that?
agree anymore with it.
Oh, that's not what I need. You
Yes.
only wish. But this has been episode 113 of the Blrd podcast. You can catch us here on twitch.tv/Blrd podcast. Until next time, blur you later.
Blur you later.
Blur you later, guys.
Blur you later.
Dark side, we're not leaving till you blur us out.
Blur you later.
There you go.